Hello, everyone. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good evening. Good night to you. Hope you're doing just fine. It is officially the finale. We're officially at the finale of BKTs. We've gone through all SNES, N64, GBA. What am I missing? GBA, GCN, and Wii. GCN DS and we are now halfway through 3DS. On our way towards Wii U, RMX tracks, tour betas, and finally GPs. So today is the finale. We'll be finishing them all today, guys. I know, so sad. It came by and then went 30. Some news today. We can maybe go back, but I don't believe I have a video for this. But I think someone just beat the current or now former BKT of Wii Rainbow Road. If you guys remember yesterday, Wii Rainbow Road, we watched the BKT. It was on cart. It was by here, I have it right here. It was by BHO on the Wii, on the cart, on the Flame Flyer. However, it's just been beaten by a spear. It's just been beaten by a spear. If I can quickly pull up this screenshot. I know we don't have the video. There's the BKT has not been submitted. However, we do have at the very least the screenshot. So you'll see BHO here has a 230.943, but this spear record is now with spear with a 230.197. That's what, not even a difference in a second. It's that's by milliseconds. The fact that they're able to deal with the spear is absolutely mental. Like you do not think Rainbow Road is a spear track. It's not a spear track, but holy shit. So this was posted earlier today. Fortunately, there's still no ghost file or video of it. I looked on the BKT submissions. There's a small adjustment to DS Figure Circuit. And clips with a 120.079. You can go back to really quickly. DS Figure Circuit currently had a, I believe this is the performer, a 121.09, and he barely beats it by 0.02 of seconds. So here's another one that just got done today. I think that's all the updates I have for this. Someone just submitted a 3DS BC, which is perfect. We haven't gotten there yet. We're just around the corner to that, so I should probably download that and import that. Oh, you guys are seeing it here with me on the BKT submission. It's really crazy. Really crazy. Let's see, was it a 220? 220.085, yes it was. Go ahead and import that now. Sorry guys, I'm a bit slow right now, just getting back into things. So before we continue on 3DS Piranha Plant Slide, I kind of want to already import this. Alright, 226 by me. 859. Okay. Open and copy paste or drag and drop. A bit faster in my opinion, dragging and dropping. Alright, here we go. The first BKT of the day. It is 3DS Piranha Plant Slide by R7B. I believe this is his first BKT so far. I don't believe I've seen R7B on any of the BKTs we watched thus far. I'm gonna go ahead and put our volume back on and take away the background music, so we can go ahead and watch this and and its sound as well. What is this constant water noise I'm hearing? There you go, it's gone now. Wow. Okay, it's trying to water. Gets a low trick on the boost panel ramp. It's a lowest trick there. That alignment's really good. I always have trouble wheeling there. I always have lots of trouble wheeling there. I always feel like I hit the corner or something. It's very jank. But the fact that they weren't able to lose full speed is it really tells you something. You're going into lap 2 already. Going 109 in the water at full wheelie speed. Makes sense why they want to ride the water as much as possible. I think that trick was even lower than lap 1. Here you go with this alignment. I think this alignment was a bit worse than lap 1. Does not hit the wall, and it decides not to wheelie there on the pipe. Interesting, they wheelied lap 1, but they hit the side of the pipe. This lap closes it out with a 3.6620. I'm not sure how it compared to the first lap. Here it is, 90 kilometers, 99, 103. It's pretty fast here. Once more, a really low trick. You see this alignment's better than lap 2. I think it's like slightly better. I just feel slightly better. Trick here, into the wheelie, into streaming through the off-road, and bam, that's Piranha Plant Slide. 149.848 yet to be beaten as far as I know, as far as right now. Fastest lap being lap 1 of the 3.6562, but all 3 laps pretty identical. Pretty surprising that lap 1 is the fastest, but very impressive nonetheless. That is again by B78. I believe he did that on Dolphin if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna double check. No device shown, so we don't know what device he used for that. On to the next BKT. This is done by SV on the Wii Warrior Ship Order 212692. This is on Funky Flame Runner as well. So starting off with 2 Funky Flames after this, so we'll be seeing Koopa Triple Mini Beast with Epee. So don't feel like you'll be too burned out. We'll see a cart very soon. But onto Warrior Shipyard. This trick is I've never done this. I've seen it before, but I've never done this. It seems simple. I've tried it. I've definitely attempted it, but I've never fully completed it. Okay, that wasn't a full chain drift. He kind of missed a bit of time by hopping. Nice. Constantly mashing that wheelie button, because as you're going uphill, your wheelie spazzes out and it just cancels. Okay, hop wheelies to not mess with those crabs. That was kind of a pace lock. Okay, chain drift. Perfect chain drift. To the wheelie, maintaining max speed. Does not need to chain the wheelie, goes into a drift immediately after, just about when the wheelie was about to get cancelled out. Aligns himself to the boost panel ramp. Pretty good. Is there no chain drift here? There is a chain drift here. This one was better than lap 1. Double trick here. No fun business. Near perfect landing. Spamming that wheelie button once more. To a drift, into a chain drift. Tricking off that ramp. Just moving forward. The crab's not going to get in the way this time, so there's no need to hop cancel your wheelie. That ledge, it's a trickable ledge, but there's 2 trickable ledges. I always thought the first trickable ledge was maybe a bit faster. What's up, Francis? Happy to have you. So here he goes into the cut once more. So that's not really trickable. It just aligns himself back onto the boost panel ramp. To really, and I see him chain drift once more. Okay, that was not a perfect chain drift, just like lap 1. Although lap 2 did have a perfect chain drift. Here we go again with the double trick. Lines itself just perfectly. To wheelie, and then spamming that wheelie button to maintain top speed. Another chain drift into the trick. Into wheelie. Does not mess with the crabs whatsoever, does not need to move. I thought he was gonna hit some off-road there. It looks like he was on some off-road, but it doesn't seem like it's actual off-road texture. Chain drift into the ramp, into wheeling. Very nice, very clean. All 3 laps, yeah, really similar. Super impressive by SV. They're almost identical. In fact, lap 1 and lap 2, I don't think we've ever seen this before so far in our BKT watching series. Lap 1 and lap 2 are identical. They're exactly the same time. So, yeah. What does that say about that? On to the next BKT, but this one again was done on the Wii 3DS Warrior Shipboard by SV212692. Now this one is super impressive. This is done by Epe. This is Epe's first BKT that we're watching. Oh, where is it? Do I not have it? 3DS Neo Bowser City. I should have it. I should have it. There should be a ghost along with this. Oh, it's only a video. They didn't give us the ghost file. There's only a video. Although if I go to 200cc and I click on the link, maybe there is a ghost file. I'd much prefer to see the ghost file or the video. No ghost file, just the video. But that's perfectly fine. We do have the video, so it's not all lost. This is again a 1-2. Okay, I'm confusing things. I'm on 200cc. A 141 A41. Again by Epe. Let's see if this has sound. It might or may not have sound. It's gonna have sound. No, it doesn't have sound. Wow. Yeah, Epe, a translator in the Retro Rewind community, was very involved in time trials very early on, or much earlier than this, like months ago. Not too active these days. Really not too active. But here you go, Koopa Troopa on the Mini Beast. It's a really cool input viewer. I think that's really cool. Here we go. He's gonna probably use all 3 shrooms on that little shortcut, as there are not really many, or if at all, besides that one, shortcuts on this track. It gets a purple into an orange into a blue, and then this one right here, this is the cake of it. That's super impressive. And it's super impressive. Okay, a blue into a purple, I imagine, and then maybe an orange. And I'm just gonna hold it. Just gonna hold it. Yeah, it's faster to just hold it into an orange than to trick off that boost panorama. Here we go into lap 2. Didn't really see lap 1 time, but again they're streaming through the off-road into an orange mini turbo, into another orange, hybrid drifting to realign themselves into probably another orange. Just hitting these oranges at constant full speed, not really letting up. Apart from there, if only for a second. Again with this shortcut, super impressive to see. It is possible to do it on the Flame Runner, but I've yet to see anyone do it in a Mogi. That's another purple into an orange, not tricking off that ramp again. Let's see what we get here. A 33.714, so I think that was faster than lap 1. Again, gonna stream through the off-road. The input viewer changed. You see that? The input viewer, look at the top middle. It changed from the bottom left to the top middle. I believe Epe was streaming this as well. It looks like they have a counter on the bottom left. It says failed lap 3, 13. Look at this. Look at this though. Bam! There it is. There it is. Super impressive to see an orange into another orange. Wow, was that an orange? Wait, was that an orange? Last time they did a purple. So this final turn here, this U-turn, they go for blue, orange. Oh no, it's a purple. It's like barely a purple. Yeah, it's like barely a purple. But a purple nonetheless. Very similar, just like the first 2 laps. Whoa, did they make a mistake here? Look, they got a blue at the very end. They got a blue at the very end. No, an orange. And okay, so they're not, it looks like they're not boosting here at the very end. So it looks like they could have caught up some time, but they're going 108 kilometers per hour, so maybe they were boosting and just didn't show. There's like a glitch there, but nonetheless, really impressive by Epe. 141.841. Fastest lap here being lap 2 with a 33714. A whole second, almost a whole second faster than lap 1. Is about what, about 0.6 milliseconds faster. Really impressive. Again, that is 3DS near Bowser City done by Epe. She did this on Dolphin. On to the next BKT, we have Carson. 3DS Makawoku Carson is dominating these long spear tracks. Although this is done on Funky Kong, so I suppose this isn't a spear track at all. He gets a 126229. I think this was done recently because I see a 1244 here. So by 0.1-ish milliseconds was the not even 0.1-ish, less than 0.1 milliseconds was the BKT beat on Funky Flame Runner. So this is really nice to see. This was done yesterday at 8 in the morning. So we'll be able to compare these two ghosts. I've downloaded the BKT now, and I'll be having to transfer this over. If you guys will just give me one moment, because these BKTs are getting updated on a daily basis, so it's hard for me to be constantly up to speed. But it's no worry, it's not like we can't drag and drop them. So here we go, I'm gonna drag and drop. Gonna minimize these applications. And then I'm gonna go back, forward, and there it is. Carson Wah with a 126229 compared to a 126244. Just barely beating the BKT, the former BKT. Now, let's go ahead and watch them side by side, see what the differences are. I imagine it's gonna be a really, really close battle all throughout. Maybe we'll see something out of the ordinary. Is he on hybrid? Super electric. I think it's a super low trick there compared to the former BKT. He starts to mushroom a bit late, but it doesn't really matter because his second mushroom drags out just a bit more than theirs. Whoa, what was that ramp? The ghost caught up a little bit. There's a wheelie. A miss MT there by Carson. What? How did he get the BKT with a miss mini turbo? That's crazy. That's crazy. So who would have thought? It would have been even faster than the former BKT. So he must have barely nudged us out. Look how behind he is right now. He has no more mushrooms as well. He's just gonna have like, he's just gonna have to have like faster, cleaner, tighter turns here. Okay. He's on hybrid, readjusting himself there. Goes off the leftmost side of the ramp, the base panel ramp. Into really 96, 96, 96. 120, 91, 93, 94. Wow, look at this. Look how barely he beats that. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Oh wow, you gotta think he missed an MT, so it would have been even faster if he didn't miss that drift MT. Really impressive by Carson nonetheless. Of course, Carson does all his BKTs on Dolphin, but that is the Star Cup on 3DS. Moving on to the Crown Cup, we have 3DS DK Jungle. This is going to be done by with 205915. Oz BKTs don't really get beaten often, so I wasn't really too worried that I was going to have to drag and drop another ghost file from these past couple of days, at least for Oz BKTs. A super tight turn. That DK crate is virtually non-existent. It's not a real item. What is this? Oh wow, he's using the shim before. Wow. Wow. You don't trick off this. Just wheelie. And you get a low trick there. Wow. Super clean lines, super tight lines. Still need a low trick there. I mean, it's pushing you forward as well, so. Really, 96 kilometers per hour. Gonna make a tight turn. Again, that bucket, that crate's just non-existent. Gonna shoot him early. I didn't know this is part of the VKT. I can turn, and this rocket's just gonna push him forward a bit. Just gonna nudge him forward a bit. Then you start doing that. That it looks like that off-road is like a little ramp, and you can take that to make that cut a bit faster. These lines look very similar to lap 1. It's really hard to tell which lap was faster. Gonna hop wheelie again to reset his wheelie just before he stops going max speed. Of course, guys never goes hybrid, or usually doesn't go hybrid. I believe he only has like 1 or 2 BKTs that are hybrid, and they're usually on spear. So you go once more with the rock cut. This track is very, very popular in Retro and Mogi. Here he goes again, tricking, just wheeling there, and then getting another trick there. onto the finish line we go. Again, gonna wheelie, hop, cancel wheelie again. Tight turn there. Low trickish there. Onto the finish line at 2:05, 9:15. Of course, it's not being beaten yet. Fastest lap being lap 2, if only by 0.05 seconds. Barely outlining lap 1 with a 4:19.53. That is by Ah. Again, he does all his BKTs on Dolphin. On to the next track. Again, this is also by Ah. 158.573. This guy does not let up. This is also on Funky Flame Runner. We'll see how he does here. Full starter boost. Of course, all the BKTs have a full starter boost. Chain drifting, chain drifting, chain drifting. I think that was like 4 in a row. That's pretty smart. Goes into the boost side boost panel onto the bottom route. The bottom route, of course, is just a tiny bit faster. Just a tiny bit faster. I don't know why. You probably only want to go top route if there's a huge amount of players going bottom route, and you kind of just want to avoid items, especially lap 1 when the pack is much tighter. So you go again, use the mushroom into multiple chain drifts here. You know, isn't that off-road? I imagine Magic Cruiser might be a bit more advantageous on that road texture, but not here. It's like this is just regular road. I mean, he's going 96 km/h there. He's also going 96 here, so a lot of track isn't off-road, or that slightly texture towards the beginning of the track. So I guess it doesn't really make sense to go Magic Cruiser here. Like here, like starting just about here, is going much slower. So this is like the only part of the track where you go much slower on Funky Flame Runner. You go once more, tricking off that side base panel onto the bottom route. Really great alignment. Gets a low trick there. It's a high trick there. And then just really clean turns and lines. Last trick there, very nice. Super tight line to end it off. 158.573 again, ladies and gentlemen. This is done by Ah. Fastest lap being lap 3 with 39.321, outlining lap 2 and 1 by about 0.3. Very impressive. I don't think that will be beaten anytime soon. On to the next one, we have 3DS Bowser's Castle. This was just beaten today. This was beaten today by Owen. He previously had the BKT, but just beat it by a whole second. I wonder what's different on this. And fortunately enough, we'll be able to see the difference as we compare the two ghosts. What's up, guy? Good afternoon. Hope you're having a nice day. This track, one of my favorite tracks. Does it get picked? It's picked on Nogi fairly often. Not too often though. Where's the ghost? It's almost exact as its previous. In fact, this ghost is faster than here. So I wonder how he beats him by a whole second. I guess it's just outline him. I guess he's just gonna outline him. That's crazy. This soundtrack also really nice. I do enjoy this soundtrack. Okay, it's pretty much 1-to-1 with his previous ghost, so I'm thinking, where does he begin the separation, huh? He got some separation there. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's new. Holy shit. There's a separation. That's definitely new, some new tech there. He's not gonna go for that wall clip glitch. That's interesting. I feel like this is definitely improvable upon. Oh, it doesn't get the trick there. You can trick off the very top tip of that cannon. I think this is improvable. Is he gonna go for it again? Wait, it's only lap 2. Rudy uses a... Oh no, he uses his mushroom towards the beginning. Okay. Wow. Tight turns. Doesn't get a full chain drift there. He hopped a bit, so not a full chain drift. It's a bit too slow there. Into lap 3 we go. Again, this is a, what, 220.085 by Owen, wow. So his previous BKT doesn't go for that cut, that's why it's so much slower. I imagine this is definitely going to get beaten sooner or later with this new tech that's just found. Here we go again, he goes off this ramp into the left. Just aligns it, gets some tricks off that. Perfect. Really well done. Wow. A 220.085. Again, that is done by Owen. Now we get to see why it was a whole ass second faster. Because in fact, in the beginning of lap 1, towards the beginning of the race, he was behind his Ghost. So definitely think this is improvable. Fastest lap being lap 2, beating lap 3 by about 0.1. Really impressive. Really impressive. Thank you, Owen. See, mine is kind of close. I get a 223 here. 223, so maybe I can catch up a bit with it if I clean my lines up. But moving on to the last of the 3DS series, we have 3DS Rainbow Road. Let's see here. This is done by William. We've already seen, I think, a couple of William BKTs, but this cup was dominated by Funky Kong, unfortunately. So let's see if I don't have a Ghost, but I do have the video. Let's go ahead and watch the video. A 125833 Funky Fine Runner 3DS RR. You can imagine how this is going to look like. So 3DS RR, a whole just one lap, one big huge lap. So we'll see where he utilizes these streams. I imagine one of the streams is going to be utilized for the mushroom cut towards the beginning of the race here after these spiral turns, this whole circle turn, this whole U-turn. Nice. Really tight lines, tricking on all of those ramps. You saw, yeah, you do not trick there. You let yourself fall into that mushroom gorge. No pun intended, and then trick off flat. So here we go, super tight line. Nice shortcut. Gonna get a trick there, and you can hop trick off these. Very nice, very nice. And you take a tight line. You take a super tight line on these. You do not go wide for those other boost panels. It's a low trick there. It's a low trick there. Uses one boost panel on that first set of boost panels, and then just goes tight and skips the second boost panel. Really impressive. Lands on the floor, gets a low trick here, gonna get another low trick there, and another low trick there. Really impressive. I thought you go tighter here, but I guess it's faster to use those like Toad's Factory platforms that speed you up a bit, to use all of them. You go to the very side there to get a low trick. That's some tech there. Go to the very side there. Here we go again. He has 2 more mushrooms. I think he's gonna use both of them. No, he's gonna use one here, and then he's gonna use the last one here to barely nudge out the finish line right before he goes into the out of bounds. Super impressive by Willem. 125833. We cannot separate these laps as they're all one, but that was so good to watch. So good to watch, especially the tight lines and escaping the boost panels. You definitely learn a thing or two watching the BKT on that. But that is the 3DS series, guys. We started halfway. We finished last stream with halfway of the 3DS series, and we just finished the whole 3DS series now. On to the Wii U series. We're heading towards the finish line, guys. It's been really fun with you all. Wii U Mario Kart Stadium. Unfortunately, this does not have a BKT video and or ghost file. But this was done by Jake. This was done by Jake with a 125898 laps. Lap 2 was the fastest, barely outlining lap 1 by not even 0.1 of a millisecond. But we can compare these to the staff ghost files. A 125898 compared to a 130. So a whole 5 seconds faster than ZPO here, but we'll watch ZPO nonetheless. We want to showcase the track at the very least. Let me take these like intermissions with non-ghost files and videos to just kind of relax and enjoy the track, I suppose. There's not much else we can do as we don't have any proof besides the screenshot of the BKT. We can also use some strats here by the ghost file, so that's definitely a strat riding on the side ramp there. Of course, ZPL is using Mario because it is Mario Kart Stadium. Pretty self-explanatory. He's gonna use a single shroom for each lap, it looks like. And it makes sense to use a shroom right here. No, he uses it right here. From this boost panel into mushroom? No. He uses it towards the end of the track. Right. The off-road through the pipes. That makes the most sense, actually. So you trick off that. Very nice. Holding the drift into a mini turbo wheelie. Well done by ZPL. I mean, this is probably... We could probably name this the BKT for Mock by Mario, so... We're technically watching a BKT. Could say that's a BKT. You already reacted to the retros? Yeah, I've gone through, I think... Yesterday, we ended off on... We started on what? What did we end off on yesterday? Or what did we start on yesterday? Yesterday, we started on GCN. The very first day was Friday. We did SNES, we did N64 and GBA. And yes, including Sky Garden. So that was done on Friday. Saturday we did GCN, DS, Wii, and half of 3DS. And now that it's Sunday, we're doing the other half of 3DS, which we just finished, onto Wii U, Tour, RMX, GPs, and betas. So yeah, this is the finale. This is we're going through the very end of this, the tail end of this. But nonetheless, again, that is ZPL on the staff ghost. You already saw the screenshot of the BKT. On to the next one, we use Sushi Canyon. So at the start of Friday, when we were talking about BKTs, yeah, what's up, Myla? What's up, Myla? At the start of Friday, when we were talking about BKTs, I said there were 2 tracks that didn't have BKTs, because at the start of Friday it was true, but now it's not true. We use Sushi Canyon now has a BKT, so the only track left standing without a BKT, honestly the GP tracks, yeah, that's gonna be pretty fun today. The only track without a BKT now is GBA Cheeseland, but Sushi Canyon now has a BKT. Carson just got it, I think a couple of days ago. Yeah, he's got the ghost file for us as well. A 130.426. Let me go ahead and just import the ghost file. As this was non-existent just a couple days ago. Let's go ahead and search up my ghost. What is this? A 138? It's not the BKT, guys. I'm simply searching my ghost because I have to in order to get to the right directory. I'm gonna open the file location and then just drag and drop Carson's BKT. And then it's gonna just magically appear on the screen. If we just go to the left, bam! There it is. I guess we can compare it to ZPL's mock ghost. So I'm gonna select his ghost, and then I'm gonna select Carson's ghost and just hit replay. But we'll see it from Carson's POV, as Carson will not be the racing ghost. So there's ZPL on Peach Mock. So this is probably very beatable. Carson doesn't have the best of lines, but he has really, really good lines. But just because this is the very first Wii Sushi Canyon BKT, I think this is very beautiful. I haven't even seen the rest of the laps. It's pretty cool. Nice. I always thought the blue route was faster. And I think it's true now that we're watching this. Gonna stream through the off-road. In fact, fun fact, when Wii U Sushi Canyon first came out on Retro Rewind, the off-road there in that little donut tunnel was non-existent, so it wasn't actually off-road. Like, you could literally just drive through it without a shroom. So here we go again, Larson just holding his drift into a wheelie, tricking off that ramp. Some pretty clean lines, if I don't say so myself. Going off this boost panel, no low trick in here. I don't think it makes sense to low trigger if it even is possible to low trick there. Gonna check off that, really clean, going 96 kilometers per hour. Just need to change his wheelie as another turn, or a couple turns are coming up. Into the cannon he goes. Oh, nothing crazy on this track, just some really clean lines. Just some pretty clean lines. Wheeling, turning, drifting, into another wheelie. Well done by Carson. If anyone wants to go for this BKT, you're more than welcome to do so. I imagine anyone would get fairly close to Carson's time here. Not to discredit Carson, though, these are some pretty clean lines. Again, this is a 1:30.426. Fastest lap being lap 3, being out lap 2 by not even 0.1 millisecond. It looks like, what, 0.02, 0.04 milliseconds? 0.05 milliseconds. Very impressive by Carson. That is Wii U Sweet Sweet Canyon. On to the next one. This might be the Carson Cup. I'm gonna go back to run, so I gotta close stream. Have fun. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day. On to the next one. We have Wii U Thwomp Ruins. Again by Carson. This is the Carson Cup. In fact, the next two are going to be Carson. You see ZPO here on Spear. That's his ghost file. So we can compare him and Carson as well. I didn't know we thought Ruins was a Spear track, but now that I'm thinking about it, it does make sense. Okay. Okay, wow. Let's see that one more time. Can get the full startup boost. Gonna check off this little platform here in the very beginning. Really start the drift and then shroom. Is on high red. Chain is, that's a pretty good chain with it. I think he only went down to like 91. Check off this. I didn't know that was strikeable. It's multiple tricks off. Really well done. Going 97 kilometers per hour there. Now this is very doable. Oh wow. Oh wow, I did not know that was a thing. So you right off that ramp and you kind of align yourself onto the other boost panel ramp and just go off it. I didn't know that was a thing. I had no idea that was a thing. Well, I need to practice that. Here's some tricks again. Very clean driving by Carson. I mean, TPL is pretty much gone at this point. But again, that was when the scythe ghosts were barely being made for these tracks, so who can't really blame them. They're not really meant to be hard. And Carson's just gonna hop off that into that boost panel ramp. Really cool to see. Once more, he's gonna stream through the off-road into a wheelie. No need to drift mini turbo. He's adjusting himself accordingly. Of course, with hybrid, he can maintain top speed while adjusting himself in the wheelie. So there is no punishment for adjusting yourself in a wheelie. On to the final lap. Towards the end of the racetrack we go. Gonna hold this to mini turbo wheelie and again align himself once more towards that boost panel ramp. And bam. That is the BKT for Wii U Thwomp Ruins. Fastest lap here being lap 3 compared to lap 1 by 0.04 milliseconds. I mean 0.04 milliseconds, not lap 1 but lap 2. Lap 1 the slowest lap, not surprising whatsoever. On to the next track. Again, this is done by Carson, Wii U Mario Circuit. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is 200cc. I don't have the BKT for this, but Carson always uploads his BKT, so maybe this was fairly recent actually. Let's see when this was done. So Carson uploaded this at 12 AM. At 12 AM, Jesus. He barely beats out. I didn't even know what the former BKT was. The former BKT was 145.078, and Carson gets to 144.623, so barely outlining the Super Artist Gamer. So yeah, the Super Artist Gamer was the previous BKT holder for 150cc. Really impressive by Carson. Nonetheless, barely gained it in time for the video, or for the stream rather. 1 minute 56.797. Open the file location, drag and drop the folder. And should pop up now. Really nice. Really nice. Let's go ahead and watch this. Of course, there's no ghost file to compare this to, as a Super Artist Gamer didn't really give us ghost file, if I'm not mistaken. He didn't really give us Carson. Carson! What a legendary meme name. That's a legendary meme name. Carson. What is this? What am I watching? Okay, this is Inside Drift. This is Inside Drift. You notice that when they're like spazzing out or glitching out, they're on the wrong transmission. That's all it means. It's not that the ghost file is broken or anything. It's the first time we've had to adjust this in quite some time now. I almost forgot about it, to be honest. In fact, I did forget about it. There you go. Daisy Wild Wing inside drift. Let's see how this goes. Again, this is Wii U Mario Circuit. I can get a purple here probably. Orange, purple, and then there's a straight line. Just a straight line. Wow, that purple lasts forever, dude. It's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. Just before you go into the next drifting turn. Look at this. It ends right on time. Dude, starting this one early. Yeah, we need to get these done, bro. We need to get these done. We need to get these done. We're gonna mogi later. It's 2:02 p.m. I mean, you say early, but it's 2:02 p.m. Central Time over here. I was just speaking of how perfect these purples are, because look at this. The purple's gonna end right as soon as the next turn starts. So, in that instance, Inside Drift is really good for this. 5 a.m. here, Jesus, that's super early. That's super early. But glad you at least get to catch this part of your BKT. Congratulations. I was just notifying everyone that this was done at 12 a.m. Central, so barely making it into the stream, but really impressive nonetheless. The previous holder was a Super Artist Gamer, and I think you barely beat him by like not even a second. This was actually the former BKT, the Super Artist Gamer. This is a rare instance that he doesn't upload a video and or ghost file, so it must have been kind of early on. Let's see when he did the BKT, because again, this was done at 12 a.m. today, 12 a.m. in the morning today, and Super Artist Gamer got the former like just a couple months ago. It looks like February 27th. February 27th. There you go, into the finish line we go, a 144.623, that's the current BKT. The fastest lap being lap 2 by, what, 0.1-ish, 0.14-ish milliseconds. Just barely beating lap 3. Wait, 0.2. Yeah, 0.2-ish milliseconds, 0.14-ish, yeah. Barely beating lap 3. Lap 1, slowest lap, to no one's surprise. On to the next cup we go, Wii U Toad Harbor. This is done by Evie. Evie, always impressive to watch. I think this is the first BKT by Evie that's not on a cart. This is definitely the first BKT. Evie 2. I look like she calls herself Evie 2 because, you know, it's not Evie if it's not on cart. It's Evie 2. Of 153324. Yep, drift wheelie over that piece of off-road. That I did not know. But impressive nonetheless. Super tight turn. I think they let go of their drift. Wow, bottom route is faster here. I did not know bottom route was faster. I think at first glance, everyone thinks top route is faster, but I guess the alignment coming off that boost panel really makes it faster. Because you can just wheelie, right? You don't have to start drifting into the top route. You can go past the trolley here. Swimming past this off-road. Okay, that's where you use the mushroom. Imagine you see very similar things lap 2. That's really clean. That's really smooth. Wheeling there, drifting, wheeling, drifting onto the boost panel, wheelie drift. And yeah, you gotta drift there. Just ride the momentum of the boost panel into a wheelie so you can have full speed. I love the soundtrack on Wii U Toad Harbor. Cutsy off-road, drift into it really, very nice. Onto lap 3 we go. You've seen very similar stuff. Just some really clean driving overall here by Evie too. Who knew that Evie could run the bike as well? Evie always reminds me, I've never had many interactions with Evie on the server, but I believe they told me to off myself or use something with rope in the server, so Evie is definitely a personality, but that's not to say that these runs aren't impressive. Onto the finish line we go, 153324. With the fastest lap being... No! I can't go backwards! I can't go backwards. I want to see all 3 laps. So, excuse the small intermission as we breeze through this BKT once more. Instead of this time, we're going at like 2 times speed. Maybe 5 times speed. Just brain rotting everyone here. Okay, now we get to the laps. The fastest lap being lap 2. Second fastest was lap 1. So in that instance, maybe lap 3 could be improvable. Maybe lap 3 can be improvable and can hold the next BKT. I don't think this is a car track. That does not sound like it. You know, I think it's more to do because they had just come off Mogi. Like, this is a time where they were experimenting with Mogi. And so I think some emotions were getting twisted. But on to the next BKT. This is done by G. I'm not sure if we've seen G before on a BKT yet, but congratulations to G nonetheless. Maybe we did see one and I just am forgetting. Now 148808 here on Wii U Twisted Mansion. Let's go ahead and watch it. I always get Wii U Twisted Mansion and DS Luigi's Mansion mixed up sometimes. Every now and then. I'll pick DS Luigi's Mansion thinking I'm gonna play this track, and then I'll pick Wii U Twisted Mansion thinking I'm gonna play Luigi's Mansion. Okay, that's outside joke. Once again, I'm gonna have to go and change the transmission, which just really shouldn't take us too long. Let's go on to regular. And replay. I did show my significant other of when we were watching DS TikTok vlog, and she thought it was hilarious. She was saying, and I quote, "getting flamed by chat." Oh, I showed her the VOD, the replay a lot. It was really funny. But here we go, streaming into the cut here, the off-road into a purple MT. Gonna get another purple here on the flame flyer. Really cool to see. Again guys, this is Wii U Twisted Mansion. Okay, yeah, on cart you can't really go top route. It's almost impossible to go top route. Yeah. Yeah, I was offering her if she wanted to stop by and commentate along with me through the rest of these BKTs, but perhaps but I'm thinking of having her on real soon. I think it'd be a really fun time. But not during the BKT watch party, as we want to watch the best of the best, and I want to give some commentary on the techniques that are going on here, the drifts. Of course, carts have less tech than bikes, but nonetheless, it's still super impressive to see. It looks like this guy is just chaining purple. I think he's gonna get an orange here. That's like the only time he gets an orange. But other than that, the whole track is just purple MTs. Like here, shroom, blue, orange, purple. We'll keep track going forward. Blue, orange, purple. There you go. And a blue, orange, purple. Yep, it's just a bunch of purples. I think here as well it's gonna be a purple. And then it's only at the very end that we get an orange. Wow. Oh, doesn't he need to get an orange there? Maybe you could use an orange. No, because the finish line is like right there, so it makes sense not to use an orange. Fastest lap here being lap 3, 36.137. Super similar to lap 2, barely outlining it. Thank you for let's see the activity. Thank you for follow Licasito. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's either Licasito or Lisacito. Of course, I do have some Spanish in me. I'm half Mexican, I believe. My mother was born in Mexico, and so I have Mexican blood. It's only right that I know some Spanish at the very least. On to the next BKT, we have Wii U Shy Guy Falls done by Allah. Again, this guy is super impressive. I don't believe this will be beaten anytime soon. This guy just outlines everyone. He just outlines everyone. He doesn't need hybrid transmission to do it. Drift, wheelie, mini turbo, drift, mini turbo, wheelie. Either or. Shy Guy Falls, I like to play this track. I like to play this track in Nogi. It's so simple. Like if you just look at the layout of the mini-map, it's simple, but it's enjoyable. I feel like this this last box before in Mogi, there's an item set that doesn't come out for a while, and so the item set before the cannon is very, very important. Wow, this didn't use a ramp, just go straight to the off-road there. Hi. The chain wheelie here goes down to 93, so that's almost a perfect chain wheelie. He missed a perfect chain wheelie by like a frame, half a frame or something. Really impressive by Drift me turbo wheelie. Gonna use both boost panels here, and I think you chain drifts here. Yep. But yeah, the second to last item set is really important because you'll be itemless for a little while, and if you pull mushrooms, you can do a cut just like that. I don't know how I've never thought of just going around the ramp. Exactly. Like your brain thinks, oh, that's the perfect way to do it because that's how the track is representing it to me. But there's always a way. There's always a way with these BKTs to be faster, to go around these things. Oh my god, there's some new tech on 3DS BC that we need to watch again. Done by, what's his name? I assume we're gonna see something really similar here, so we can just kind of skip over that. By Owen, he beats his former BKT by almost a whole second. But we already watched it, so I'll just quickly skip through it and just see where the new show us where the new tech is. But finishing out here, we use Shy Guy Falls 156.649, barely outlining. Wow, his lap 1 was the fastest. Really, really well done by just to show you how clean his lines are. Owen's been smashing that out. Look at this, bro. I don't even think he gives us the. Oh, he does give us this. And I want to point out here in the very beginning, he's slower than his ghost. Here he's slower than his ghost. Like something happens with the ramp here that he's just slower. Look at that. He's behind his ghost. He kind of bounces off the floor. But we're gonna forward a bit to show where the new tech is. Right here. I don't think he does this with his old ghost. He goes up here. I have no idea. Look at that. That is mental. I had no idea. It's new tech, at least to me. Let's put Jeffrey back. I kind of spelled him. But moving on to the next BKT, we have, what was it? What did we just watch? We watched Shy Guy Falls. We use Dolphin Shoals. This is done by none other than Carson himself with 202.97. No, this is the former BKT. Okay, how early is this? The bro was just smashing out BKTs left and right. Yesterday at 7 in the morning, 202.222. That's very formal. It's like that's very clean to have all those twos out. Let's go ahead and search my ghost file, or this ghost file. Either or works. Let's see. 2 minute 11 second 844, and then just drag and drop this. Very nice. Go back, forward, and there it is. We can compare it to the previous one. We'll see where things were different. Oh, we saw your Makawuku BKT. You beat the guy by like 0.00 something, and it's definitely improvable because you missed a drift mini turbo somewhere in there. Had to do a final flush out of the weak BKTs. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a problem. Ooh, you missed a chain wheelie there. And he catches up to you a bit. I love the Dolphin Shoals soundtrack. Super lovely here. Look at this. Look! You went down to like 80 kilometers per hour. Gonna hold the drift. Makes sense. No chain drifting there. Whoa. It's a really cool route to take. And then drifting off this worm here once, twice, 3 times. Really nice. Drift wheelie. Nice. He's already ahead of the ghost. We don't even see the ghost anymore. That's the stream spot. Makes sense. I feel like maybe you could utilize the stream elsewhere, but there really isn't many off-road cuts to take on this track. I will say, We're supposed to have a Mogi video today uploaded on my YouTube channel, but I'm a bit behind on that because of this BKT project. But on top of the weekly Mogi that I will have a bit later, uploaded to the YouTube channel. Again, 3 tricks here. I wonder if you could do 4. Drift, meter, willy, drift, meter, willy, really nicely done. I'll have to edit all the BKT streams, the past 3 in total, including this one. And then I'll be cutting all of them into where we're actually watching the BKT, not just the intermissions. And I'll have that uploaded on YouTube sometime this week. Sometime this week it should be up. So I look forward to that as well. Not only are we streaming this, but we'll be having a permanent inventory of all the BKTs as of this moment in time. 1, 2, doesn't get 3 there. Doesn't get 3 there. Like the previous 2 laps. But still very, very far ahead of the Ghost. Very, very clean. Again, this is Spear Hybrid. If you're seeing the Spear BKT, it's more than likely that they're using Hybrid. Super clean. 2-0-2-2-2-2-2. That's just really clean. That's just like really satisfying to look at. Fastest lap here being lap 2, just barely out nudging lap 1. Slow lap of lap 3. And I think that's the cup. Is that the cup? That is the cup. On to the next cup of Wii U. We have Wii U Electro Dome. This is done by Epe. Actually, we have 2 categories of Wii U Electro Dome. We have the shortcut and non-shortcut category. I do not know when the shortcut category was introduced, but the shortcut is done by KB Bullet, which cuts Epe's time in like 5 seconds because of the shortcut. Okay. Wii U Electro Dome. Okay, I have the video. Okay, we'll go ahead and watch the... Gosh. We'll watch the non-shortcut version first, and then we'll watch the shortcut version, because the shortcut version is probably more impressive to watch. But this is the second BKT that we're watching from Epe. Okay, is this inside or outside drift? Let's see. Okay, regular transmission. It works out for us. Purple MT there. The first BKT that we watched from Epe was Koopa Troopa Mini Beast on 3DS Neo Bowser City today. That was super fun to watch, especially that shortcut that Epe has on the thumbnail. Purple, and orange there. And then you're probably just streaming to the off-road here. It makes the most sense to stream through the off-road. In fact, I don't really... It'd be like mental to stream through anywhere else. It's the most off-road you can cut on this track. Get the purple there. It's gonna hold this and use an orange. I think that was an orange. Rides out these boost panels. Gets another purple. I think that's an orange into another orange. Holds this drift just a little longer. Oh no, goes into an orange and adjusts yourself on hybrid. Just in time to make it to the boost, to the cannon. Kind of insane. You can get ultra mini chain this long on the Wild Wing. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's actually mental. And the reason we see Wild Wing on Daisy is because Daisy probably has the fastest speed. But that's not to say we see Daisy Wild Wing on Mogi, because we don't, right? We see Birdo Wild Wing in Mogi because Birdo has that like weight stat, if I'm not mistaken. And the difference between speed and Daisy and Birdo doesn't really matter as much in Mogi. But really clean turns, really well done by Epe. Fastest lap here being lap 2 with a 33823, being lap 3 by 0.1-ish. By just 1-ish. Has an MT stat. Oh wow. Oh wow, okay. I'm wrong then. I wonder why we don't see more Birdo. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because of how long the MTs last in time trials. Like by the time your MT is over, like you're already going to the next turn, there's gonna be a boost panel, there's gonna be a cannon, there's gonna be something trickable. So I see how it makes a bit of sense. How we don't see Birdo too much on BKTs. So here you go. We have the shortcut version. This is done on Spear. There's a few Birdo BKTs, but I think there are more on to the 200cc side. Oh, understood, understood. Gets a low trick there on Spear. It's kind of crazy how you go from We go from a cart BKT into a spear BKT just because of a shortcut. Like, what a stark difference in vehicles. It doesn't get much different than that, to be honest. The spear and the cart. Okay, chain drifts. We don't see many chain drifts with the spear, but that's a bit refreshing to see. Alright, so Olivia goes opt for a left path because I think this is where the shortcut is. Let's see it. There it is. Wow. Wow. Like, how difficult is that? How difficult is that? And is it viable to do in bogey, you know? Like, is it harder than the GBA Rainbow Road Fury cut? Let's see it once more. Let's see how he aligned himself. Again, this is done by KB Bullet. No device used not known. Uses the mini turbo. Okay, that was a bit different. Like, that time he barely landed on it to the very left of the boost panel ramp. But lap 1, he was towards the right. Let's see how different lap 3 is. So, not exactly the same. Not exactly the same. There's an ad that starts in about 5 seconds, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, drifting into chain drifting the spear. Once more, let's see where he lands. Let's see where he lands. He's gonna land towards the left again. Okay. Shroom drifting wheelie into the finish line, really impressive. The recording isn't as long to show us the lap counts. So he just stops his recording here. We can't see the difference in laps unless we go back and individually see which laps. So we'll go ahead and just skip that for now. But really impressive to see nonetheless. It's a really cool shortcut. Again, that is done by KV Bullet. KV Bullet. Next one we have none other than Dunks. Dunks with the BKT on Cloud Top Cruise with on Mount Wario. Let's see if I have it. No, I don't have it. It's a 134. A 134.686. The cart that's used is basically decided on the Ultra Mini Turbo chain. So typically the strats are discovered on Koopa Mini Beast highest MT stat and work down using MT for speed. Ah, I see. So it goes to Baby Daisy Mini Beast, then Burrow Wild Wing, then Daisy Wild Wing, then Dry Bowser Flame Flyer. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense. That's why we have so much variety in the BKTs, right? We don't just have one cart combo dominating all. Basically, the Ultra Mini Turbo chain. So Stratson is covered on the highest MT stat, so it goes bottom up. So Koopa Mini Beast has the highest MT stat. Unfortunately, Dunks does not want to give us Dunks does not want to give us a video. That's so unfortunate because we know who Dunks is, very well known in the Mogi community. But we at least have a screenshot to show. Come on, Dunks, give us a ghost, bro. Give us a video, bro. A 134.686. If we see the ghost files, we have Epay with a 136.781. So I suppose we can watch Epay's ghost file. Mount Wario once more. She's using Wario. So imagine if she was on fucking Flame Mode, she would get a much faster time. I was gonna say he probably would have given the ghost file if you asked, but I've been trying to get a ghost file off him for one of his submissions for weeks, bruh. I'm gonna ask him now. I could ask him now, I suppose, but I don't want to be too much of a... much of a hassle. I mean, I don't think it's much of a hassle to ask for the thing. I've just been added in the time trial. Look at this, guys. You're watching this with me. I need a GBA Rainbow Road stream tutorial. I can only play it streamless at the moment. Let's see, what is he doing here? What is he doing here? Yeah? Bam! Remember Zom saying aim for the orange stripe or NTF or whatever he said. Oh. Gosh, I need to pee. Is this a BKT that may just beat you, bro? 131, 757 on Wii U, Sweet Canyon. Okay, not really. A bit behind still. But there's Mount Wario. I mean, we didn't really see the track because it's not the BKT, so I'm not really too worried about that. But I did at least want to showcase a bit of it. Let's see. Let's see. This guy wants a tutorial on this. This guy wants a tutorial on GB Rainbow Road. I'm happy to give the tutorial now. I don't mind in the middle of this BKT stream. I really don't mind. Let's see. Tune to stream now. Can clip if once. Let's see if he comes by. Is he on? Oh, he's mooning, bro. He's idle. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick pee break, guys. I'm gonna take a quick pee break. When we come back, maybe I'll do the GPA cut tutorial. Is he here? Is he tuning in? I don't know. What did he say? Oh, he gave up. Valid. Alright, on to the next BKT, guys. We have Wii U Cloud Top Cruise. This is done by none other than Carson himself. Let's see if I have the ghost file. This is yet to be beaten at 135.22. This cut, the mushroom cut, the gorge cut, sometimes gets me. Like, I would go too wide, too tight, but it really just about, you don't even need to hop. You just literally just drive into it. It's really not too hard. It's really not too hard at all. I mean, at this point, everyone in Milgi can do it. Everyone in Milgi can do it. Look at this. The only issue is aligning yourself towards that platform so you don't go into the out of bounds. Like, yeah, you'll bounce off that little cloud shroom bouncy thingy, but there is a good chance that you might just not make it onto the track and just go out of bounds. Really impressive. Surprised this isn't being contended with yet. You know, I have an idea. This can be beaten with a cart. Can't this be beaten with a cart? Since we've recently found out that the cut could be done shroomless with a cart. And so you can save the shroom for something else. No? No? Maybe, right? 31 something though. Maintains top speed. Goes for the shroom cut once more. It's gonna make it really impressive. Question marks? I don't know. No, it's doable. It's shroomless on cart. You don't even need a shroom for that. I wish I had the clip. Maybe I can find the clip as we watch the tail end of this this BKT. Ba-boom. I'll have to figure it out for another time, but I was contending here with for a little while. Oh wow, you took Oz BKT. Very impressive, Carson. Then I beat a pace lock on lap 3 he couldn't beat, so he backed off. I don't carts worth it because you have to shroom on the straight. I don't carts worth it because you have to shroom on the straight. Ah, I see. Really impressive. Well done by Carson. Beats out all on this one. So I don't think cards are worth. I think cards worth it. Makes sense. No, it makes sense. Thank you. But that was Weed's called Top Cruise, a 135.522 again done by Carson. Next one, Wii U Dry Dunes. Now this is done by someone in Conflict. I think this is their first BKT. But we can be a little bit suspicious of this one because when they tried to verify for Mogi, we just couldn't let them through for various suspicious reasons. But nonetheless, this is we'll take this at face value. This Bone Drying Dunes track has a huge cut that you can huge chunk that you can cut off towards the very end of the track, and of course it has to do with bouncing mushrooms once more. But besides that, some pretty clean lines. Nothing to really criticize too much here. It's that mini turbo drift into the beast panels. He goes. He's not gonna trick there. Just aligned himself for this. Look at this. He's gonna bounce off that rock. And the lap counts. Wow, like he doesn't even have to go backwards to hit a checkpoint or anything. The lap just counts. I wonder if it was intentional. I wonder if that was intentional by the person who created this track. Once more, we'll see it again. Gets the mini turbo here into a wheelie. Readjusts himself before wheeling as well. Boost panel. Goes to the very right, then goes wide to tight. Shrooms right before hitting that bouncing platform. Hits a bit of off-road. It's so difficult to get a lap count, and is it like I wonder if it's like what's it called, like Vanilla Lake 2. I imagine, Vanilla Lake 2 is much easier. Just don't go so tight and you'll get the lap count. Even if you go out of balance, you'll get the lap count. But this I can imagine is just a bit harder because you're in the air for much more, and not only in your air, you're changing directions. So you're depending on that hill, that big chunk of rock to bounce you into a different direction. Like here, he's going right, then he's gonna go forward. So that's crazy. That's crazy. He gets the lap count before he lands on the floor. He gets the lap count before he lands on the floor. It really does make me think this is a task, but I mean, we'll take the benefit of the doubt and say that this was done with pure integrity. Fastest lap being lap 2, only barely by 0.001 second compared to lap 3. You don't go back far enough on the mountain to be directly above the road. You missed a key checkpoint. Ah, I see. That is again Conflict. He did this on Dolphin emulator, so even more reason to be a bit suspicious at the very least. But nonetheless, we'll take it. Next one is Wii U Bowser's Castle. This is done by Justin with a 139.680. I'm pretty sure I have the video here. Let's go ahead and watch this. I'm gonna mute this just in case it does have audio. Of course, it takes just a little bit to load. We're on the black screen. Dara City. Was this before the spike balls got added? Or before the spike balls got removed? That would make a big difference. And if it was after, is the previous ghost without with the spike balls? Is that why? Yeah, after. Is that why it's slightly faster? It doesn't seem so. I mean, he's pretty much in contention with the ghost. In fact, he's a bit behind the ghost at this point. Maybe he takes the stream a bit tighter. He does take the stream tighter. He takes the stream way tighter than the ghost, and that's what gives him the lead here. Nice. Gonna hold this drift to really. Yep, you don't chain there. You just hold the drift. And there's just a bit too bouncy. I don't know. You can bounce off that. Like he gets a hop trick there before tricking off the first ramp. Get towards the very left, so you hit the fire and bounce off. Holding the drift into a wheelie. Very nice. And I wonder if this is as tight as lap 1. It's close. It's definitely close, but I don't think it was as tight as lap 1. The stream cut. The alignment was, he was a bit misaligned there, so he had to readjust, and it lets the ghost catch up to him a bit. Goes right, goes left. Doesn't get the hop trick there. Just opts to go for the ramp trick there. That little extra trick before the old spike ball feels so RNG. It is. It does feel very RNG. It feels as almost as RNG as 3DS Bowser's Castle when you trick off the top cannon. When you trick off the top cannon. But this one definitely feels more RNG than that. Because I've gotten it before in a million and I was like, holy shit, you can trick there? And I had no clue. We see the fastest lap here being lap 3 with a 3:32.10, barely outlining lap 2 by like 0.01. Yeah, by 0.01 seconds. Really, really impressive by Justin. We hadn't seen him in a while. In fact, he dominated the very early tracks, but not so much here as we go along the series, the later series of Mario Kart games. Next one is Wii U Rainbow Road by R7B. 2:16.02. I don't think we have anything to compare it to. I mean, this is a whole 3 seconds behind, and that's the ghost file, so. See what he does here. Oh, looks like I'm gonna be racing the ghost. Wow, I haven't played this game in forever. It feels like I've been watching. It's so weird. Justin Cup Tours didn't exist in the second half. It's the Carson Cup Tour now. Yes. Yes. It reminds me of that GIF where the people, or the guy's just like, yeah, I'm the captain now. You see me? I'm the captain now. Okay, I think I definitely clicked the right button this time. B78, this is the second time we see him on the BKT sheet. So shout out to B78. I don't think he's a Milky player. I mean, at least I don't recognize his name. Wow, you don't trick there. You don't trick there. He opts to go for the leftmost side of the boost panel ramp and just wheelies and tail dives. Wheelies here, and I imagine you use a stream here. Yeah, use a stream there onto the other route. Smart. He only just joined Discord. Wow. Wow. Wonder if he's an old player or a relatively new player. That's crazy. He just joined Discord and he's getting BKTs left and right. Or more accurately, well, he tricks there, but he doesn't trick the first time. I think it has to do with these Toad Factory lines switching up. I think it definitely has to do with that. Here you go, full speed. Into the air he goes, zooms on the off-road onto the other routes. And then we're gonna see some tight lines here. Ooh, a chain drift. Oh, a third drift. I wasn't expecting a third drift. I think it's faster if you just do the chain drift there. I don't think you need the third drift. But I guess he wanted it to be reassured on his alignment. Let's be honest, DS Josh's Falls is just one huge right turn. Yes, it's just a circle. It's just a circle. And it makes sense why it's just a spear. It's a spear track. Oh, that was pretty clean. I feel like that was cleaner than lap 1 and 2. That off-road cut. I mean, a lot of the SNES tracks are like that, just one big circle or square, have you? Here we go. Lap 2 was the fastest of them all, barely outlining lap 3. Lap 1 being the slowest by about 0.4, 0.3-ish seconds, milliseconds. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 3, 4. On to the next BKT. We have... Yeah, what am I on? What am I on? We just did Wii U Rainbow Road. We have Wii U Dry Desert. This is by Carson, a 139.514. We are on the Carson show now. At the very least, we have the Ghost File, so... compared to Justin, who does not give us any Ghost Files. Let's see this. Spear. I imagine this is on hybrid as well. Yep, that's definitely hybrid. Did we see this? Wait, did we see this? I feel like we saw this on Magic Cruiser. I must be thinking of a different desert track. That's trickable? I did not know that. What the fuck? I'll have to not trick those and tricks on the very last one into a shroom cut. That was the GCN version. Ah, understood. I didn't know we had two versions of this. They look so similar, in my opinion. I wonder what makes this a spear track and the other one a Magic Cruiser track. I assume it just has more off-road. It's a bit wider, so it has more off-road to cut through. We're at 98 kilometers per hour here. Again, no streaming, no tricking. I mean, tricks on the very last water platform into the stream cut. More off-road exactly, and the off-road is weaker. I see. Wow, so you wheelie there, and you don't even need the stream to hit that that ramp. You just kind of glide over the little small patch of off-road into that ramp to get the trick off. So in GCN, Desert Hills, you can't trick off that. In GCN, you can't trick off that, but you can in Wii U. Here you go again with the water platforms, giving him that extra speed boost that he needs into the shroom cut. And bam, that's all she wrote. A 139.514, very impressive by Carson. Gets a 32 second, sub 33, lap 3. Super impressive. Super impressive. Lap 1 being the slowest, to no one's surprise. On to the next one, we have... Who's this? We have Evie again on Wii U Road Raceway. Okay, so this is definitely a kart. Nice. 157.985. See how this goes. I have a piece of chocolate and put it on the wrapper. Okay, definitely a purple here, right? Nice. Orange. Then a blue, and then the cut through here. Wow, doesn't choose to drift, and it makes sense, right? Because as soon as you're done streaming to the off-road cut, there's a boost panel waiting for you. So there's really no point in drifting there to get a mini turbo because you're already boosting through that whole section. And by the time it's done, you're in the cannon already, so it makes sense. A bit of snaking here, I imagine. Okay. Got a blue off there into another purple here. Very nice. Orange to a blue. Again, using that hybrid to just turn around the corner with that stream cut. Get the trick off that cannon. I don't think he trick off the N64 one if I'm not mistaken. Oh, well, actually I think you can. It's just a bit narrower. Gets the blue off again. It's going 82 kilometers per hour here. I imagine maybe you can pull off an orange to go a bit faster while drifting there. That very first U-turn. Here we go again with the shroom cut. Can you use hybrids? Just turn around and make it around the corner into boost panels. Very impressive. It's going 82 Evie here into a purple and a blue, another blue, and then an orange, I think. Oh no, one more purple. Okay, I thought the orange would have made it to the finish line. I think the orange makes it to the finish line in my opinion. Fastest lap here being lap 2, 31.9.046. Very, very impressive. Barely outlining lap 3 by about 0.1. By 0.1-ish. Slowest lap, lap 1. Very, very slow lap 1, actually. Almost 0.7 seconds fast, slower. Very impressive nonetheless. Always cool to see karts. Next track we have Wii U Excite Bike Arena. Wii U Excite Bike Arena. We're almost done with Wii U. We have about 6 courses left on Wii U. Then we'll be moving on to SW. There's only a few SW tracks. Or Switch. It's called Switch. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks, pretty much. Orange would have made it, but the stretch of the road makes the bonus speed from the Ultra MT more worth it. Ah, I see, I see, I see. Thank you for this additional knowledge. I really wouldn't have known that without your help. Next one we have Wii U Excite Bike Arena by none other than G. I think this is his third, if I'm not mistaken, his third BKT. This is that tire circuit. There you go, 109.728 on Funky Flame Runner. We're gonna see a lot of straights here. I'm surprised this isn't a spear track. I'm really surprised this isn't a spear track. Change to outside drift. Oh? Oh? Thank you. Wow. I think this is the first Funky Flame Runner that we see on outside drift. I was predicting in the very beginning of the stream, not the very beginning of the stream, but the one on Friday, that we were not going to see any Funky Flame Runners on outside drift. This is crazy. This is actually mental. Okay, hear me out. Outside drift, spear on this track. Nah, I think it would be too wide. It would go too wide, probably. Nah, this is stupid. This is stupid. There's another one coming up later. I've never seen this. Was that an orange? Was that an orange? There's another one. FYS. Fail yourself. Let's see one more time. Doesn't trick there. Tricks off the ramp, the base panel ramp. I think that was an orange, just barely. A lot of straights here. It's ought to trick off that. Neither this one, surprisingly enough. I think he's just going for the alignment there. It's just one more time. It's so hard to see if he's getting an orange because I don't see it. Okay, see blue? Yeah, it's barely getting these oranges off. Very barely. Just in the nick of time. Again, doesn't trick off either of those. Just for this alignment. Blue, orange. There you go. Yeah, anything is an outside drift bike. Anything that is an outside drift makes orange drift. Thank you, guy. The outside drift bikes, of course, only go to orange. There's no purple mini turbos on bikes. Makes it a bit more balanced. Here we go. We're on the very last turn. I feel so mesmerized. We've had so many turns and we're already on lap 3. Only reason it's not spear is because spear MTs suck. Bruh. Here we go with the lap counts. Lap 2, the fastest one. Outlining lap 3. And lap 1 being the slowest, of course. I don't see why you wouldn't trick on the last one of those near... Trick on the last one of those near the end. I think you mean... Entire circuit again. And I was kind of thinking that too. The one like right here. The one like right here. Like I think you have just enough time to trick. Or at the very least the second to last one. This second to last one I think is trickable. The second to last one is trickable. So maybe in that instance it's approvable upon, like right here. This one right here you can trick on it. Like you have way more than enough time to realign yourself to the cut, but I guess it just makes it easier. Pretty sure tricking on the last one screws with the alignment for the shroom. Do it on the one before then. Yeah. I wasn't thinking the very last one. I was thinking the one right before. But nonetheless, still very impressive by G. Next one we have High Road Circuit by this guy's a legend. This guy needs no introduction. I think we're on his like what? He's definitely on double-digit BKTs by now, no? Hyrule Circuit. Oh wow. Okay, that's I forgot to change the transmission switch. Let's go regular. And there you go. See how this goes. So he has a full straightaway here until the very end. He's barely nearly touching the patch of off-road. Straightaway, readjust yourself, and then into a drift wheelie. Chain drift. Yep. This is a very fun track to play on. Not only on this game, but on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. No chain drift? Oh. He missed the chain drift there. He kind of lost a little bit of time. Nice. Nice. He's gonna do something very similar. Oh, he doesn't readjust himself like on lap 1. He's pretty much on a straightaway there. I think because of the extra road that he gets to play with, he doesn't need to realign himself. Compared to lap 1 where he started, the finish line was a bit ahead, so he did have to readjust himself. Again, the stream reaches to no one's surprise. This is where it cuts the most of the track. That little U-turn there. Good amount of chain drifts. Impressive. So and then he readjusts himself there. So lap 2 was the only one where he was driving on the straightaway, but laps 1 and 3 he's readjusting himself there on that awkward little zigzag segment. Does he chain drift here? Yeah, he does. I think he does. Some near perfect driving there, in my opinion. Some mini turbo out. Gets 2 more chain drifts right before hitting that boost panel into the finish line. Wow. So lap 1 was the slowest. Makes sense. Lap 3 was barely faster than lap 2, although lap 2 was the one where he did the straightaway, so it's a bit surprising to see. Thought lap 2 would be the fastest, but nonetheless, that's Wii U Hyrule Circuit. Again, this is by all the BKTs done by are on Dolphin. I also forgot to mention the one on Excite Bike Arena was also done on Dolphin. On to the next one, we have Wii U Cheeseland. This is done by the Super Artist Gamer. I think we're on his like what 5th, 6th BKT now. I'm pretty sure this is outside drift. We'll see. Yeah, he's on outside drift. No, he's not. I'm very knowledgeable. Let's go ahead and change the transmission switch into all inside before I watch this. There you go. This is a 142A52. Again, the Super Artist Gamer is the only one that does his BKTs or plays on Wii U. Everyone else is either on Wii or Dolphin. Gets an orange there. Gonna use a shroom here, I think. Yep, there you go. Gets a purple. Very nice. Orange. To another orange. Doesn't trick off that because it messes with the alignment, I'm sure. That's a very tight turn there. It's a very, very tight turn. It makes sense why you don't trick off that. Gets another purple. Very nice. This is streamless. Clean. I don't even think he touched the off-road there. Gets a blue there. 2 tricks. Into the next lap we go. That's a 34.222. That little section of what we thought was off-road wasn't really off-road. He's driving on there. Okay, gets a purple and another purple. Wow, an orange into another orange. Weird. I wonder why it just doesn't go for the purple there. He's gonna check off that ramp. Nicely done. Okay, the purple. Let's see what he gets here at the end of when he crosses the finish line. Again, he doesn't even touch the off-road. Okay, I think the first lap was like a 34.222. And there you go. 34.287. Hi, it's Heavy. Oh no, I just barely missed mine. We can go back to yours. I'm happy to just ease by it. You missed quite a few of yours there. Oof. Big oof. At least we have many cart ones to watch. I don't mind replaying ones. I really don't mind replaying ones that that got a BKT. I'm happy to replay any BKT holder just so they get to watch their own. A 142, 852, really impressive by the Super Artist Gamer on Inside Drift. All 3 laps really similar. Only a 0.1 differential between 1 and 3. Lap 2 right in between those two, so almost identical. I only have 5 right now. Takumi keeps taking them, bruh. Takumi. The thing with Takumi is that he doesn't upload any ghost files, but he doesn't upload his videos to YouTube either. He uploads them to Twitter, and so I have to get him off Twitter. He's watched like 3 of them. Okay, so here's the Wii U Royal Raceway one. This is super impressive by yourself, Evie. Not mistaken. Although I like the I wasn't expecting a funky Flame Runner BKT by yourself. I like that you named yourself Evie2 for that on what was it? Wii U. Can I think of it before I actually go to it? No, I can't. It was where is it? Where is it? Toad Harbor. It was Toad Harbor. Thank you, Carson. So you can go back and watch this one more time. I really don't mind. After this, though, we'll be watching Wii U Animal Crossing about Willem. Device that he uses is not known. He doesn't post his devices. Oh yeah, I just have 2 setups. So one of them is Evie2. Also, me and Carson were briefly talking of that's the one I set on Toad Harbor one. Yes, exactly. Me and Carson were talking because the very first stream of BKT watch parties was Friday, and we watched SNES, we watched N64, and we watched GBA. The thing is, though, it's the only Flame Runner track I've even bothered playing. Wow, you can probably get more then. You can probably get more BKTs if that's the only one you bothered playing. We were speaking of N64 Royal Raceway, and apparently you guys have already messed it and played with the track, and it doesn't seem like a kart BKT is possible compared to Wii U Royal Raceway here. Besides for staff goes. Makes sense, it makes sense. I also think it's cool here that you don't really drift, right? You just use a hybrid to turn into the stream cut because there's already boost panels waiting for you. 1, 2, and purple. 1, 2. That's a blue, and to another purple. Although on lap 3 we did notice that at the very end you use an orange to tune it all out. Yeah, the shortcut turn is annoying. I agree. It can be a bit annoying. I mean, it looks a bit awkward at first, but it is the most optimal route to take. Here we go with this shortcut stream hybrid turning. Believe it or not, that's the most optimal route as far as we know now. Sometimes it just flings you into the air. Interesting. No, you wouldn't think so. You wouldn't think that at all. So here you go. You use a purple orange MT here to finish it off instead of a blue. Oh no, use a purple. Never mind. You use a purple. I was thinking you'd use an orange, but Carson was just saying earlier that the extra speed that you get off the Ultra Mini Turbo is worth it. We see the lap 2 was the fastest one, as we said earlier. Lap 1 being the slowest. I think that's the only real place that's probably improvable upon, but I guess that's just how fast the Ultra Mini Turbo is, like going from lap to lap. Yeah, exactly. Ultra Mini Turbos are just that fast. Mario Kart World Traction RR win. ZPO has mentioned it before. He's already spoken of it, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to because of potential copyright, potential, you know, striking down of Retro Rewind, and we wouldn't want that. So we're playing it as safe as possible. He says not at least for a couple years. At least for a couple years. Willem 34. Okay, I have the video. He did not post the ghost file, but he posted the video. Oh yeah, true. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. So here's Wii U Animal Crossing done by Willem. It is a 134.287. It holds up at least for the past 2 to 3 days. Yeah, I also want to play it safe. It makes sense. I mean, Retro Rewind has grown a lot. We have a very active population, and so I'm glad that you both agree that it doesn't really make sense. Wow. Wait, wow. What? What? I didn't know it was a thing. So, what I'm first thinking here is that he takes the bridge cut, because this bridge cut onto this platform is streamless. it's streamless. You don't have to use a stream for that. But he opts to go around. He opts to go around. I would not expect that out of the BKT, because the Ghost Fowl does that. The Ghost Fowl hops onto the bridge and does the bridge cut. It's a bit of off-road there, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go onto the logs. Gets a couple tricks. Mini turbos wheelie over some of the bit of the off-road before landing on the base panel. Again, this is by Willem. We don't know what device he's using. Doesn't really say. Where did he use the stream? I forgot. Oh, he uses it on the turn after this, I believe. So again, he just hops onto the boost panel. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of time there. Pretty sure that's why CCP used secondary names for all the 3DS tracks when they first added them. Not sure why they haven't changed them to their regular names yet. Oh, wow. So, in that instance, if CTGP made 3DS tracks as soon as Mario Kart 7 came out, then why can't we do that for Retro Rewind and just name them something else, right? CTGP make changes? Yeah, CTGP doesn't really make changes anymore, do they? All they really do is add security updates. Here we go, on to lap 3, finishing out Wii U Animal Crossing. Nothing we haven't seen before compared to the first 2 laps. Just some really clean driving, some tight lines. Oh, he's gonna drift twice. Wow, I think you can just drift once there. Like here? Like right here. You can just adjust your here. You can just adjust your mini turbo, align yourself to this road, and just wheelie into the finish line. But he decides to go for 2. I guess it's faster. I mean, he has really good soft drift, so I feel like having secondary names for tracks in R just wouldn't work, to be honest. That makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense, because every track already in R is named after their Nintendo counterpart. Yep, exactly. Every single one of them. But I mean, it is a way to kind of negate the copyright, so if you want to have the Mario Kart World tracks in here as soon as possible, that's probably one of the very few options that you have. Next one we have Justin Wii U Ribbon Road. I don't know if he gives us any on Crossing BC. I don't have a screenshot of the BKT, so I'm kind of worried. What is this? Oh wow, I just forgot to import it. No wait, I have it then. Failed to open. Don't worry about that. I have it then. Here it is. A 209377 done by Justin. This is one of the very few that he's given us ghost files for. So I'm definitely appreciative of that. It's fine if you want to play in the between track sections, go play Woohoo Loop or Maka Woohoo. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey, you want to play Mario Kart World? You know those new in-between sections that we have? Go play those 2 tracks. That's pretty much it. Maybe there could be CT based them in the CT pack. That's the furthest I push it. Yes, that's a really good idea actually. That's a really good idea. Not really name them Metro tracks per se, but add them in the CT pack. Maybe have like slightly different versions with slightly different routes, and yeah, that's as far as I could go. Like that Shroomless cut, that TF cut is a bit difficult for me. You can definitely get a low trick there. It doesn't opt to go for the low trick, but you can definitely get a low trick there. I look forward to lap 3 when the baby booster is gone and he still does the Shroomless cut off the boost panel ramp. So here we go once again. Clean lines. Ooh, did he hit a bit of off-road there? I feel like he might have. He just might have. It's a chain drift there. Mini turbo wheelie. Twerk off this. Nicely done. Super tight line. Flips with the out of bounds. Gets a double trick there. It lands on the green part of that platform. Super impressive. Pretty sure this time is 3rd or 2nd worldwide on CGP. Yeah, this is super cool to watch. Does he get a chain wheelie here? Perfect chain wheelie? No, he goes down to 84. So the thing with Justin, he has really good lines, but I think his biggest flaw is just getting those chain wheelies. I think that's his biggest flaw. Of course, we're criticizing him when he, of course, beats us all, but if we were critical of him, that's the only thing I could really say about this gameplay. Otherwise, it's so clean. Really strong times by multiple people. Yeah, this track has been crazy competition in RR for some odd reason. Look at this. So clean. This was submitted. Let's see here. If I look at the BKT submission time, this was submitted not too long ago. This was submitted March the 24th, so not even a month ago. Not even a couple, just about a couple weeks ago. Super impressive by Justin. On to the next one. We have Carson, the last Wii U track. Well, technically the last Wii U track. We still have 2 deluxe tracks to go through, but Carson has a BKT for Big Blue of 148.096. 148.096 on Funky Flame Runner here. We're almost done, guys. We're nearing towards the end, but we honestly have a good amount to go. We still have a good amount to go. We barely touched RMX, Tour, GPs. You still have all of those to go. Super tight lines there. Very nicely done. The track was banned in comp due to lag for the longest time. Now people are TNTing it because it's an easy track to break away if you know it. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it wasn't viable in comp for the longest time, for multiple months on end. In fact, I think it only was viable on the new 6.0 update. Once 6.0 released, it was viable, and that was what, like mid-January, early February, so it wasn't too long ago from now. Okay, kind of haven't been paying attention to this, but I don't use a shroom on that little off-road. I assume it doesn't really cut that much time. Obviously, go to the leftmost side of the cannon. It's the shroom. What is that? Like, what is that? He's like drifting, wheeling on the very edges of the turn. Okay, cuts a little snip of that boost panel. Ah, that'll do it. And the shroom there. Yeah, the shroom makes most sense there. No shrooms left, just some clean driving from here on out. Some tight lines. Okay, that's the fastest, most optimal route. I always just go around and follow the water. I suppose I shouldn't do that then. Definitely learning a couple of new things off of watching this. Really off that, don't need to keep drifting and go through the meteor turbo since you're off the boost panel. Not sure if that was a perfect chain really, but a very fast time nonetheless. 148.096. Lap 1 was slightly faster, even though lap 1 should be slower in theory. So maybe a little bit improvable, but honestly, those are some pretty clean lines. I don't know. I don't think that'll be beaten for a good amount of time, at least for some months. At least for some months. I'd be very surprised if it gets beaten before then. Next one is Sky High Sunday by Sep at 153.089 on Funky Flame Runner. After this, we have Yoshi's Island on Daisy Mock Bike. For the longest time, we couldn't decide whether cart or bike was faster there. Yeah. You'd think that'd be a kart track initially. Lap 1 is faster because you use the shroom landing on the cannon. Ah, no, that makes sense. Right, I forgot it's only 2 laps and you have 3 mushrooms, so. What is this? What am I watching? What am I watching? You know, Steph used to have this BKT right before this track was updated, and then Hint stole it immediately after. And now we're seeing Seth take this. He's gonna get 1 drift here, and he's gonna get 2. No, he only gets 1. Okay. Wow. He's gonna land on this blue platform here. Interesting. I know that's faster when you're on that maroon purplish platform. How many tricks is he gonna get off here? Oh, he's gonna shroom here. Wow. To lap 2 we go. That's a 37.689. This is pretty optimized, not gonna lie. Just dropped 100 points in Mogi against Hints on the last race. Hints had built in third and used it and was for sure to get first, but DC'd and they got last. Bro, that's some unfortunate Wii problems. Those are hashtag Wii problems. I'm sure he's using heart too. He's probably using heart for like this whole season. Very clean lines here by Sep. Sep took it again after the track updated, but Sep is just beast when he reroutes the strats. Wow. Some clean driving here. Not much else to say really. I mean, I definitely see the reroutes. Because I remember watching Seth's BKT and I was like, wow, look at that. But then I'm watching this and he's definitely using a couple of different strats. Surprised the shroom is used on the final turn. I'm surprised as well. I think you would have thought the shroom would be used on the straightaway, but it's not. Because on this turn, on this very last turn here, it's like, why are you using the shroom if you could just hop trick these edges? So maybe in that sense it's approvable upon, but I'm not sure, you know, it's Sep, so it's Sep, dude. But that is Sky High Sunday with a 153.089. I'm not gonna be beaten for some time. Next one we have Crushing on Mock Bike. You don't see many mock bikes these days because of all the features that Retro Rewind has, but good to see a mock bike here. Wow, really nice to see a mock bike here. 129580. Do I have the previous BKT? I do not. I think this is just a ghost file, a ghost staff. The thing we were on the last turn. The thing was we were on the last turn on GCN Yoshi Striker 2 and on the last lap. On the very last lap. On the very last lap, the DC comes in while billing. That's so unfortunate. Some really clean lines. Jesus, like he's just pretty much flirting with the off-road. Opposite hold the drift, no chain drifting there. It makes sense, mock bike, because that turn on the snow on the cloud is very tough. It can be a bit tough for the Flame Runner. It's super tough on the Spear. I played this track on the Spear. It's not that fun. You definitely have to brake drift a bit. Tricks off that geyser. The crab is nowhere near to be found. Mini turbo drift wheelie. Drift. Holding the mini turbo. Holds it to right before the boost panel ramp. Into the cannon we go. So the way to make this platform is you gotta go to the very middle. The very middle of the arrow. It's really not hard. It's not hard at all. It's just a small alignment. Here we go again. Last lap. Again using the shroom on that off-road. Doesn't get the trick off the geyser, and I think yes, this is your BKT. I said in the very beginning, that's you on the minimap. So considering your surprise, I assume no one has challenged this BKT in quite some time. But there it is, a mock bike BKT, a 128.29580. Lap 1 being the slowest, lap 3 being the fastest, outlining lap 2 by about 0.04, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, about 0.04. That is the BKT on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yoshi Island, switch to Yoshi Island, and that's done. We're done with the Wii U tracks. We have about, how much do we have left? Let's see if I extend this. I can scroll a bit more. We have 1, 2, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 37 more tracks to go. Holy shit. We still have a good amount of tracks to go, even though we're done with Wii U. Last night I was teaching RCB 200cc, and I'm doing the world record strat, and I beat my PB. It's now 1486 200cc. Very nice. I remember seeing the whatchamacallit, the 200cc clip that you sent us. I hope to see it in a BKT very soon. I'm sure maybe it's in a BKT. But I hope you get it. I hope you get that BKT. Custom tracks. Yep, there is custom tracks. But unfortunately, won't be going over those today. In fact, the BKT isn't really that popular. Like, let me show you guys the BKT sheet. So this is the BKT sheet. I'm just hovering over it and walking it through with you guys. If I go to RRCT flop, RRCT, RR, no glitch. So here you go. Wow, wow. I was not expecting this to be like semi-popular already. Like most of these have a BKT already. That's super cool. But no custom tracks for now. Maybe custom tracks would be next. Maybe whatchamacallit, maybe 200cc would be next. But if I'm doing it in order, I'd go CT's 150 first, maybe. You guys can see the locked page. I mean, well, no, I'm moderator. I can see the locked page because I'm moderator. Don't worry. It's only because I'm moderator. But onto Tokyo Blur we go. Let's see. Lost track of some time there. No. On the sheet. Isn't it because I'm moderator? I don't know. Oh, band players. Reason. Well, yeah, I can see the locked sheet. I don't see any band players though, and I don't see any reasons. That's what you're referring to. Yeah, I might want to get that checked out. Dopey can see it right now. Yep. Look at this. I'm gonna show you right now. There's nothing wrong, but look at this. Blue saw this. There's question marks. Epe was here. Hi, hello, whoa. But yeah, there's nothing else on this, but we can definitely see it. Hopefully that gets started out sooner or later. But not to get too distracted, guys, as we're now onto the tour tracks. Coming up with Tokyo Blur, we have Carson once more. Is this a spear track? This is a spear track. Of course, it's a spear track. Let me start charging my iPad. My iPad's at 6%. Tokyo Blur, one of the most simplest of simplest tracks. Carson gets bumped by the side of the track there, so I can already see a potential improvement. Okay, thank God we haven't put anything on there then, because we're gonna put confidential shit on there. Good. I'm glad you figured this out. I'm glad I streamed today then. I'm glad. So you can see that at the very least. So here's cars with the hybrid. Some really clean turning. Nothing too improvable that I can see. Nothing too improvable. Maybe a bit of cleaner lines. I don't know why he does that. Like he turns, he wheelies, and he turns, starts turning again. Also, there's a few band players. I'm just too lazy to fill out the table. Makes sense. It makes sense. It's a good thing you were lazy then. If not, we would have seen it. But there's Carson with Tokyo Blur BKT. Fastest lap being lap 2, slowest being lap 1. Very nicely done, Carson. It is a spear track, definitely a spear track. Next one is also a spear, a 208 260 by Sep here on Tour Midget Drive. I see that blue was here, or saw here. Yes, exactly. You definitely saw it and typed something. I remember when I was banned. For good reason, I think. I don't quite remember the reason, but it was definitely a valid reason. I think, if I'm not mistaken. So start taking the stream onto the off-road. You can low trick these. Super clean low tricks. Nice. Is he in hybrid? I think he is. He just had like the perfect alignment there, so he didn't have to adjust at all. He's gonna chain this? No, the turn's too tight to chain drift. There with a spear. Just turns and wheelies. Does not need to mini turbo there. Neither here. I think the acceleration off the spear is just that fast. Again, some more low tricks. Really clean to see. It's a really impressive run considering he beat Blair's old cheated time. Wow. So Blair's a name I do see here and there. And yeah, I mean, yeah, Blair's known for cheating a lot. They're banned from the mod to never be seen again on this. I got banned for no reason, but I'm banned now. I think that was when there were some issues going on and people were getting banned. Multiple people were getting banned for no reason. In fact, we had like multiple tickets. Like there's a whole column of tickets of people getting banned for no reason. I should have stayed banned. Should have stayed banned, bruh. W should have stayed banned, bruh. As we're watching this, I hope the SQ went well today. I think it was what, Cole, Dopey, and Separate. Well, actually no, I saw the SQ. I saw the table. It was a tough table to see from the very beginning too. Also, why does Separate get -20? Why does Separate get automatically -20? Did bro like join late or something? Like why was he banned? Penned for that. Super impressive run by Sep. No. Fastest lap here being lap 2 by almost 0.5. The differential between lap 2 and 3. Super impressive Spirit Track. On to the next one we go. We have Merry Merry Mountain Tour. Merry Merry Mountain by Soft. I think this is 200cc. Soft does not give us any ghost files. So if I go to tour, Merry Mountain, we only have the screenshot. I'm gonna say random stuff. DSKFLSD. Valid. A 134.448. With the fastest lap being lap 3. Although these are pretty identical. Super similar in times. Just goes to show how clean these lines were, probably. But yeah, super impressive by Soft. Unfortunately, we can't see any video of it. So I think we'll just watch the ghost file on cart. He got -20 when the event was a 3v3 regular track SQ light, medium, and heavy, and him and Cole went Flame Runner. Light, medium, and heavy, and him and Cole went Flame Runner when Cole said I got Flame Runner. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you're supposed to have one light, one medium, one heavy. And Cole was already on Flame Runner, bruh. I mean, I mean, after that, it was pretty much game, set, match. Purple NT there. This is a pretty fun watch, even though it's not the BKT. Of course, Separate would do that. Exactly. It only makes sense that Separate would do that. In fact, Separate is currently in contention to be muted for a very long time on Retro Rewind. There's some mod discussion. I won't say exactly who and who's sparking who, but he's not to be banned, but just muted for a very long time. There's the boost panel into a purple, into an orange. I think that's an orange. No, that's a blue. That was a blue. Check boost there. Of course, it's not the BKT, but this is still a fun watch nonetheless. Okay, a blue, an orange, and then the purple. Nicely done. A blue and an orange. Free me, bro. I wish I could free you. I wish I could free you. I think the funniest thing about Stepbird was when he was calling people to fix their connection, and he was like, fix your internet, you monkeys. But then like Stepper's chat rules is like, be nice, no hatred, no racism, and have fun with like an exclamation point. And then he's just calling people monkeys in chat. I think that was hilarious. What's wrong with calling people monkeys? It's a great question. On to the next BKT, we have Poor Ninja Hideaway. I think this is taken by Echo with a 134.779. We do not have, of course, unfortunately we don't. I don't believe we have the video or gross file for this, which is really unfortunate. That makes back-to-back. Wait, I think we do. A 134.779. No, okay, he did upload a video. I think he did upload a video. He uploaded a .scs file. Oh, you might want to mute this. Their song is outrageous. My ears blood listening to it. I'll stick to orangutan if people People think I'm trying to be racist. Yeah, I don't think you were ever racist. I don't think you're at least intentionally racist. Okay, I'm downloading the video now. Should be up shortly. Here it is. Let's see what the song this is. I don't hear anything. It's kind of muted. I don't hear anything. But I like this input viewer. It's kind of clean. It's kind of clean. It's smaller than the one that's integrated into Retro Rewind, but it's pretty clean. I hope I'm watching the BKT. I just downloaded whatever was on that that channel of Internal Ninja Hideaway. So here we go. I always thought the lower lap, the lower route was faster. It's what the ghost does. No, I don't know what the ghost does actually. Wait, what route does the ghost take? I think the ghost goes up actually. The ghost takes top route. Yeah, the ghost takes top route, so it's a bit misleading. Okay, let's watch it one more time from the beginning. Let's fix Jeffrey here. Where can he go? There's fine. So yeah, bottom route is a bit faster. Here's a trick. He's gonna hop trick on this, so he doesn't hit the roof for the spikes. Makes sense. And then you trick off this, and then we have the wall clip, the glorious wall clip. I think you can trick off this and trick once more. There you go. And this cut is doable with one shroom. It cuts a lot of time. I think he even spin drifts there. He spin drifts there to safely make it and realign himself onto the course. Here we go again. We're gonna see some very similar stuff to lap 1. Trick there, hop trick there, tight line, wheelie, and then the wall clip once more. And then we'll see 2 tricks on this little platform. 1 and 2. That one's a bit jank, a little bit jank, but still really good nonetheless. There it is. Super tight cut. Doesn't get multiple tricks there. It just gets one off that. The trickable little edges towards right after the finish line. Get another hop trick, goes tight into another wall clip more than likely. And this is trickable, and this is also trickable, and then we'll see something very similar to the first 2 laps. Bam! I think lap 2 was the tightest cut, the tightest shortcut he had there with the shroom. Really impressive. A 134.779. Yeah, this is it. What is that? Video recorded by Bitly Auto TT Recorder GUI. Interesting. Never seen that before. Fastest lap being lap 3. Online's lap 2, just barely, not even by 0.1 of a millisecond. And then that was Tour Ninja Hideaway. Moving on to RMX tracks before we go back to Tour. RMX Mario Circuit 1. This is done by Carson on the Spear. A 202.874. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, that starting area is why he uploaded SCS files, because they getting pissed off about how small the KCL was. What's a KCL? Let's restart this once more. I think this is a full startup boost as well. Who knew? Mario Circuit track being a spear track. I think the mushroom is used towards the tail end of this because there's a lot of off-road to cut. There's a chain drift. Honestly, I have no idea what it means, but it's like the area where if you trick there, you get a trick. I think I know what you mean then. Like towards the very beginning of the track. Nate Sperber 77, thank you, follow. Here, look at this. Doesn't even need the shroom. He's the shroom right there. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a pleasant afternoon. We're just going over all the BKTs. We've gone through all SNES, N64, GBA, GCN, DS, Wii. Let me sing. What's after Wii? 3DS. We've gone through all Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so all the Wii U tracks as well, all the Switch tracks. Now we're on to the RMX Tour and GPs. And that's the old shortcut category here. I wonder why it doesn't have a shortcut category. What happened to it? Is this just why did it just become one? There's some really clean driving. There's a Shuma again. He hits a bit of off-road. He slows down a bit. He slows down a bit before shooming there. So I think in that instance, it's a bit improvable upon. I'm buying a new Wii, and it gets here Tuesday because my old one broke, and gonna mod MK Wii right away so I can get Retro Rewind. Very nice. I hope you enjoy it. It's a lovely mod. We have lots of people, lots of population. I say this all the time, but I think we're at the peak of Retro Rewind. With Mario Kart 8 World still yet to be released, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe super old now. Oh, just over a decade old. It's the perfect time to get into a mod such as Retro Rewind. I'm gonna hold his drift there. No chain drifting. Trek. Line himself to this little platform, and then the stream. Very nicely done. But I will say as well, this mod is not only available on the Wii, you can also get it on the Potato laptop. I mean, this game is runnable on pretty much anything these days. I mean, people even play it on their Android phones, for crying out loud. Someone did the shortcut in an online T2 worldwide against ZPL, and he got mad and moved the KCP, making it unviable. Bruh. Who got mad? Against ZPL got mad? Oh, because of that? He got mad and moved the KCP. What's KCP? I'm missing these abbreviations. I'm so sorry. Are there casual servers on this game? Because I don't do consider, but I feel like it'll all be. No. Retro Rewind is competitive. Is casual before competitive. Yeah, worldwides are very casual. Key checkpoint. Oh, understood. Someone did an online shortcut in on TD worldwide against you. He got mad and moved the key checkpoint, making it bruh. ZPL. ZPL got mad that he got beat on an online TT and moved the key checkpoint. That is new lore. That is new lore that I know. I hope that link is very old. I could probably send a new one. I hope that link works. If it doesn't, I'm more than happy to provide one right now. I'm pretty sure the server is still invite only. Why can't I escape this? There you go. Let's see. Invite people. Copy the link. I have that command, but I don't know. So here's a... Invite people. Hidden. Use copy button. I did use a copy button. Bruh. I don't have a link. I don't think I can provide the link. It's not letting me do so for some reason. Okay, what if I send a link to this person and I copy paste this link? Wait, I think I got it now. I think I got it. Because every invite link expires in 7 days. There you go. That should be the most that link expires in 7 days, so you won't be able to use it in 7 days. So I would join it as soon as you can. I remember that cut for the reason. Also, does this game have any new original tracks? It does. It does have new original tracks, I think. I mean, they're all retros. I don't know exactly what is meant by original tracks. A lot of these tracks are done by ZPL himself. There's over 150, 170, about 200 tracks in this mod. Like non-retros. Yes, they're CTs. They're CTs. So if we go here at the very end of the retros, we have GP beta, and then we move on to CTs. We have all these cups, Poke Floats, Jungle Tour, Terra Ursa. You'll see that they have no like prefix, meaning that they're CTs. We have recent new ones like Backside of the TV. For example, I play this now. This is a pure CT track based on Persona 4. One of the newer CTGP custom tracks. We also have a relatively new custom track in, what was it called again? Angel Cruel Thesis. I'll show this one once more if I can find it. There it is, Cruel Angel's Thesis. I'll hit tab to just speed this up. But yeah. We have these CTs. They're really cool. If you're not feeling like retros. But moving on to the next BKT, that was Mario Circuit 1. This is the Carson Cup. We have more Carson to go over with. RMX Choco Island 1. Carson has a 129347 on this. But there is no spear on this. The rest of this cup is just Funky Flame Runner. Here we go. Holds the drift there. Holds the drift a bit long. Maybe you could release that MT a bit sooner. Clean lines. Opts do not check off that. Makes sense. Yeah, it keeps holding the drift there. Interesting. Veteran looks so cool. I can't wait to play online on this game and everything. I'm glad. I'm so happy. I'm glad that we get new people on a daily basis. Excited people like yourself. Again, this is not only playable on the Wii. This is runnable on any computer, any computer that's like post 2010, be it a laptop or a desktop. Double trick there, really nice. Drift and team wheelie. That off-road isn't really off-road. So is this like a new and better CGG version or whatever? Yes, I think so. I definitely think so. Because one, you're not constricted to the Wii, so you're not limited to 480p, 480i. Two, you don't need an N for this. You definitely don't need an N for this. All you need is the ISO. And there are many places where you can get an ISO. Many places. Parachute. So you can also play this on Xbox. I did not know that. I did not know that you can also play this on Xbox. But yeah, if you can mod your Xbox, get this on that. Very doable. 129.347 by Carson. Fastest lap being lap 2. 29.614. 0.3 faster than lap 3. I definitely see a couple of spaces where we can where this could be improved. Is this my Go Carson? This is the Go Carson! In fact, we've been going through the Carson Cup. RMX Mario Circuit 1 was Carson, Sugar Island 1 was Carson, and now RMX Rainbow Road is gonna be Carson with a 127.997. I have to hold some of these MTs out to either go over the ramp or get on top of it. Oh, understood. RMX Rainbow Road Run, a very simple track. I mean, it's just 2 squares. If you just look at the heads-up display. These boost random pants are kind of funny. Oh, a super low trick there. Very impressive. Sadly, you need to buy the Xbox Dev thing just to get the developer kit for the console, then use the USB for Dolphin. Oh, that's unfortunate. And it seems like a lot of work. Also, how did mods get an online server and everything on the game? Oops. I don't think anyone Nintendo shut down Nintendo Wii Online service just before this. Obviously, I don't know much about modding. Well, servers are a bit different from modding. You can host your own server. Doesn't necessarily correlate with modding. But yeah, people can host their own servers and play this game. I'm not sure exactly how. I'm sure there's a lot of code that goes into it. But it's definitely real, as we can see right in front of our eyes. I believe actually CGGP released not too long after the servers went down. I think the official Nintendo servers went down in 2014, and CGGP Revolution came out later that same year, if I'm not mistaken. Wii 5 was the main thing back in 2010. Oh wow. Even back to 2010. So I'm definitely heavily mistaken there. But there it is, a 127.997 by Carson, fastest lap being lap 3, if only by 0.1, less than 0.1 differential with lap 3 and 2. What's up, Colin? Hope you're having a nice morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever France is. Very nice. People began capturing packets from Nintendo Wi-Fi connection and reverse engineered and remade it. That is super impressive. That is super impressive. It just goes to show how much dedication and love they have for the game. Evening, and yeah, what about you? Doing just fine. Doing the very last section of these BKTs, we've gone all through SNES all the way to Wii U and Switch, and now we're just finishing off with Tour, RMX, betas, and what else? Just like one more. Tour, RMX, betas, and GPs of the works. Man, I can't wait to try out knockout mode with this new mod, in 500cc. Yes, friend rooms are super fun. Betas to note, yes, exactly. Thank you for the reminder. Wing 5 was available publicly 10 days before the official servers shut down. Really nice. Really nice. Some really cool facts. I was not aware of this whatsoever, as I am still like relatively new to the Mario Kart Wii community. But on to the next one, we have RMX Vanilla Lake 1. This is done by doesn't need many introductions. We've had him already. We've shown many BKTs from already. This is the same guy that beat me on GBA Rainbow Road. And it's, wait, knockout is like friend room only? Knockout mode is friend room only. Knockout room is friend room only. But there's multiple streamers that host friend rooms, and you can easily join them, especially on the weekends. Especially on the weekends. You could also just ask the server. There's like, we have over 5,500 people on the server, so you can just ping the folks there and ask if they want to do a KO, and most people are down for it because most people are casual gamers. And as far as I remember, CGV was there since 0910. Yes, exactly. Someone just mentioned that not too long ago. Dopey mentioned that not too long ago. Bro skipped RMX RR2. Did I? Oh, I did. RMX RR2 done by Jake 152942. Although Jake never gives us is one to not really give us any ghost files in or video, so all we have is a screenshot to go by this. So 152.942, fastest lap being lap 1, barely, ever so barely, which is really surprising. Lap 1 is usually the longest of the bunch, but that's it. Yeah, for these, rip old RMX. I miss old RMX RR2. I miss our old RR2. But the closest we have is ZPL's ghost file here, which I guess we'll watch. We'll watch EPL's ghost file. Because I don't just want to skip over the track. I do want to show something. There's Jeffrey. Never say that, it was so orange. Yeah, just the way like the physics of the old RMX2 with how when you want to tight drift and it goes wide for some reason. Just say you suck, Dopey. Mods, get this under control. I believe Carson is my only moderator. He's my only moderator. Carson can do whatever he pleases. He holds a monopoly over you guys. I'm surprised you take this boost panel. Oh no, wait, this is the ghost file. But still, I'm surprised you still take that boost panel. I'm surprised it's faster. I didn't think you'd be able to make it around that turn with hitting that boost panel. There's an off to trick there, but tricks on the gorge itself. Skips over the gorge there. It's impressive. One boost panel, two boost panels, into the wheelie. Tight drift corner. Uses a stream on the gorges, just like lap 1 if I'm not mistaken. And again, this boost panel. Like, he goes over a little, he kind of goes over the edge there, goes over a little hole. No! Drift mini turbo wheelie. Again, does not trick off this, tricks off that. But then hops over this gorge. Some new strats to learn, honestly. I could do this in the Mogi. Do you think ZPL will add the newer tracks from MK World when it comes out? That's a great question. I was asked before, but the answer to that, he's already talked about it before. He doesn't want to risk any copyright from Nintendo. A few solutions we had was to either rename the tracks, but then it wouldn't really fit with the retro thing because all retro tracks are named after their Nintendo counterparts. And two, the other solution would be to add very similar tracks, not identical, but very similar tracks to MK Worlds, and name them something else and have it as CTs. But that is RMX RR2 by ZPL, but we went over the BKT, which was a 2-1, which was a 152.942 compared to ZPL's ghost files of 156, so cuts a lot of time there. How easy is it to mod a Wii and getting homebrew, and how easy to get this mod? How long would it take? With a Wii, probably, and it doesn't take more than an hour. Doesn't take more than an hour-ish. An hour, depending on your internet connection. Just about an hour. Yeah, an hour and a half if you're following the tutorial step by step and make no mistakes. I ended up saving my old BKT because I didn't want to lose what I did after the hours I put into that track before it got updated. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So like how CGB has it with 3DS tracks. Exactly! No, exactly! That's literally what was said earlier. Just go play Maka Wuku. Yep. Carson said this before. Go play Maka Wuku or Wuku Loop if you want to play the in-between sections of Mario Kart World. But on to the next BKT, we have RMX Vanilla Lake 1 by Allah, as we were saying earlier. A mock bike, a very rare mock bike BKT. This is 106369. And this is one of the newer tracks. I'm assuming it's going to get some low tricks here. Because there's some racks that come up where you can get some low tricks. Gets a pretty low trick there. Adjust himself for the turn. And here, low trick, and then that little shortcut. I've tried it before in the Mogi. It is not as easy as it looks. Epe needs nerfing here. Epe needs nerfing here. I assume Epe is pretty close to the BKT zone, and I and Epe have been fighting it out, or duking it out with Epe's carts and A's bikes here. It's not too surprising that this is on Mock. Not too surprising. She asked me to do the ghost when I had time to do so. Oh, the ghost file. Epe has the ghost file on this. Understood, understood. Here you go with the cut once more. Really impressive. Cuts a lot of time there. Lots of time. Here you go with this little shortcut. Rise the railing. Gets like a couple tricks into the finish line. Yeah, she wanted to do a 104. This is the 106.369. Fastest lap being lap 2 with a 22121. Oh no, actually I'm mistaken. Fastest lap being lap 3 with a 2-1, a sub 2-2, a 21981. Being lap 2 by about 0.1 of a second. I don't know if she still is, but she was working on getting the original Shroom Cut Shroomless, then used some other insane Shroom Cut she found. I look forward to that. I look forward to that a lot. I mean, if you look at the ghost file and you look at the BKT, they're super close. They're super close. Why does the shark have slippery road when its U version does not? Sad face. So she asked me to do the ghost instead. I'm very impressed by that. But look at my blooper. Look at my blooper ghost file. Super slow there. Next one we have RMX Manila Lake 2, or as we call it, Zap Lake 2. Zap Lake 2. Very popular track in Nogi. The BKT on this is a 107.512. Unfortunately, we don't have a ghost file or video of this, but we just have the screenshot. Let's go ahead and pull up shortly. There it is, the 107.512. Fastest lap being lap 3 to 23235, done by Abby. Really impressive. Also, I was looking at the track list for the mod. Will Sunshine Airport and Water Park ever come to the game? Probably. Yeah, in the future, it more than likely will. As this mod grows. I mean, there's... With the most recent update, we had like, what, 5 new tracks imported into the mod? This is a hard staff go in my opinion. Yeah, Troy is a menace with his staff ghost. Not gonna lie, if you want an easy ghost, you'll get one whenever I finally play and do the map. Yeah, Troy has super tough ghosts. This 109-132, Troy is mental. He also did something similar with Shy Guy Bazar. He has the ghost on this as well when we went over the BKTs yesterday, and this one's also really tough to beat. But yeah, that's RMX Vanilla Lake 2. Let's go ahead and watch Troy's video. Or Troy's just ghost file. It's really impressive. How often does it get updated with new tracks? I don't know, every month or two-ish, in my opinion. Every month or two-ish. Crushing talking about Epe's ghost on Vanilla Lake. Oh, I see. Your frat-based snail was hard as fuck to beat though. Took me like 30 minutes. Look at this. It's like a chain drift there. Holds the drift into a wheelie. Very tight cut. He lands like right on the edge of the finish line marker. Yeah, well, it took me a couple days. Here he goes again. Very tight lines. He's on Rosalina too. Like, he could have done this on Funky. He could have done this on Funky. Here he goes again. Holds the drift into a wheelie. Tight cut again. Landing right before the finish line marker this time. Here he goes once more. Chain drift to a wheelie. Really impressive. Really good lines. Drift mini turbo wheelie, drift mini turbo wheelie. But yeah, fair. It's 18th worldwide if set on TGGP and 10th worldwide if we only count Flame Runner. Wow. Look, he just bumps the thing. He doesn't even cross the finish line. He just bumps the thing and it counts as a lap. That was the fastest one of them all. Look at that. A 22631. That's way faster than lap 2. Way faster. Almost a whole second faster. That's what, about 0.8 seconds faster? Jesus. Yeah, it's a really impressive ghost. But still not the BKT. Still not the BKT. On to the next one. We're back on the Carson KTs, the KKTs. We have a 104.836. This was beaten fairly recently because I just imported. This is the former BKT, a 104.965. Carson just got a 104.836. Let's see when he posted this. This must have been like late last night or early in the morning. This is at 2:26 a.m. Central Time today. So just about 12 hours ago, Carson got this. Carson was duking it out, bro. Carson's been duking it out. We've already had a couple of Carson's BKTs done like at the very last minute. Okay, let me go ahead and import this ghost. This is a 104.965. And then I just drag and drop. And then once I back out and go into this, we can compare the two. All Speaks! The first All Speaks BKT, let's go, boys! He's gonna be so proud. He's gonna be so proud, dude. Let's compare these two as well. Put them side by side with the ghost. Not gonna lie, I thought I had this when I was looking over the sheet, then I realized I just never did. Oh my god, Eeks BKT. Where is Eeks, bro? Free Eeks, bro. Free Eeks. Let's see the shortcut. He's already kind of ahead here. He's already kind of ahead here. Does he hold this for the whole race? I don't know. Okay, gets a low trick there. Really impressive. These turns are a bit tight, so you really have to have a really good angle going around that. It almost makes it as Mock Bike would have the advantage, but clearly not. Okay, Carson kind of bounced off the floor there a couple times, so the Ghost was able to catch up. Okay, hop trick again. The Ghost had a slightly lower hop trick in my opinion. Good tight turns. Onto the final lap we go. Carson is ahead by 0.001 going into lap 3. Oh, it doesn't trick there. He misses a trick there. Is that even faster? But that super low trick saves him. What the fuck? Okay, another hop trick. Holding the tight line. Hop trick, tight line. Very nicely done. Gets a down trick to finish it off. Very nicely done. 104.836. Fastest lap being lap 3 to no one's surprise. That ultra low trick he got on lap 3 was really impressive. Exactly, what was that trick? Let's go ahead and watch it again. I'm happy to fast forward this. So he has like, it's much different than the previous Ghost. Here, all these super low tricks, luck trick. Yeah, I agree. Look at this. He fails a trick there, and he gets this broken ultra low. Like, what is that? He is tassing. He is tassing. Carson does all his BKTs on Dolphin. And I also didn't mention that Abby's BKT here on RMX Vanilla Lake 1 was done on the Wii. She does all her BKTs on Wii. Moving on to RMX Bowser Castle 1. This is done by Al. 117.936. The Prius BKT. I mean, you could argue it was Roshi. But let's watch this. Let's watch this. Again, does all his BKTs on Dolphin. Very simple layout of the track. Very simple layout. It could almost be a spear track, no? No, these turns are a bit too tight for spear. It's a pretty low hop trick there. RMX Ghost Valley is one of those tracks where I can do all the tracks but getting them all perfectly back to back is just so difficult. Yeah, there's a lot of tricking there. There's a lot of tricking in the RMX Ghost Valley one. And these are just ultra clean lines by Another low trick there. Hop wheelie cancels into a shroom wheelie. Wheelie there. Tight cut there. Into lap 3 we go. That was a 25.870 lap 2. Low trick. Low trick. He's just not missing with these. 96 launch raw at full speed. Mini turbo wheelie. Hop wheelie cancel into a wheelie shroom. Very nicely done. Couldn't really tell what the fastest lap here was, to be honest. It's definitely between 2 and 3. Lap 3 barely outlining lap 2 by like 0.01. Really well done by Ah. But that is another RMX Cup done. We move on to more tour and RMX tracks. Done the place DP1 done by Epe. Nice. Good to see Epe back. I think this is outside drift, a 118.817. Done on Baby Daisy Mini Beast. This definitely looks like a card track just by the outline of the map. Oh, I love this track actually. This is like the card track of Retro Rewind. Yeah, this goes as far. This is the card track of Retro Rewind. Okay, so funny story. I got in the way it's cooked. I got in a online TT with Troy, ME8, and ZPO, and it was like a KO online TT, and I accidentally hit random. Actually got a card combo, and in Troy and ME's eyes, they're like, "Oh look, like look, this guy's going for the cart because the cart. I know the cart is like the BKT on Retro Rewind, but then like you just see me go out of bounds of the track. It was hilarious. It was actually really hilarious. I was top 4 with Troy, ME, and ZPL. But yeah, these cuts are broken. This is just broken. Look at this. Look how much this cuts, bruh. And with the realignment on hybrid, it just makes it that much more broken. Gets a purple here. Doesn't trick off that boost panel ramp. Only hits one leaf before she's back on the main road. She's kind of snaking a bit here. Although snaking, it really isn't too much of a thing on this nod because of a hybrid turning. That was adorable. Get another purple here. Of course, no tricking off that boost panel ramp. Tricks off that leave, and then back onto the main road. Really well done by Epe. Epe asked me to TT this to give her some comp, but I could never even get close to this time. Yeah, this BKT is gonna stand for a very long time. I know Emil P got the BKT for this very early on in the mod's life, but yeah, the cards just outlined this thing. Just decimated. Fastest lap being lap 3, beats lap 2 by 0.1, and you know how broken it is when laps 2 and 3 are beating lap 1 by almost 2 seconds, dude. I was like 1.5 or 2 seconds behind if I recall correctly. Jesus. That's a lot of time. Of course, Epe does all her BKTs on Dolphin. It wasn't BKT, but first ever ESG beating with bike. Ah, I see. Thank you for correcting me. On to the next track, we have Emil P. Speaking of Emil P, we have Emil P on Tour Bowser Castle 3. Do I have a video of this? Tour Bowser Castle 3. I don't have the ghost file. Here it is, Tour Bowser Castle 3. Let's watch it together. This might be the only BKT that Emil has actually on the sheet. I wonder how old this is as well. Let me look at how old this is. This strat fairly common. I think everyone knows about this riding the row there. But what's gonna be most impressive is when he does the shoot cut towards the end. This run is insane. Yeah. He did this 7 months ago, bro. This BKT is 7 months old. Yeah, this is definitely one of the older ones. Knowing Emil P time trial this or Retro Rewind, was more involved in Retro Rewind back then, where there's the shroom cut. He's gonna ride the rolling once more here. Yeah, this is just, he spin drifts as well there. He spin drifts there. Trick, tight cut. Rides the rolling here. I didn't know that was a shot. I know you ride the rollings there for a shot. Yeah, because you land sooner, therefore you get to speed up faster. Speed up sooner. Here's the shroom cut as he does it shroomless. I didn't notice that. Look, let's see it. Yep, that's shroomless. That's definitely shroomless. Yeah, my brain immediately went to shroom because everyone does it with the shroom, but then here's this guy doing the shroomless. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I think he shooms here, no? Yeah, he shooms here. Chain drift onto the Shuma's cut. Well, it's still Shuma's cut in my head. It's still Shuma's cut in my heart, but this guy is the only person that can define this as a Shuma's cut. Or it's still a Shroom cut in my head, rather. A 144.947 fastest lap being lap 2, if only by 0.1, with the difference being with lap 2 and 3. There you go, differential between lap 2 and 3 by 0.1 seconds. Really, really impressive. That's not getting beaten anytime soon. On to the next one. We have Hints. Let's go. We have Hints with a 151.950 on Choco Mountain. I believe this is the first Hints. This is the first Hints BKT that we have. Former BKT holder was Chase. It looks like. But Hints got this not too long ago. He got this. Okay, today's the 6th. He got this 2 days ago. He broke the record by 2 whole seconds. That's crazy. Let's download the BKT, then import it. Well, Wii Mario Circuit BKT just got beaten by a fucking cart. I got a 121.762. I'm happy to look back at that. I'm so happy to go back to that. If I look at the Discord, let's go see the submissions. F-rims. Here it is. Another mod I'm into getting at some point down the line is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I am not familiar with New Super Mario Bros. Wii at all, but I'm sure that any mod that gets added to any Mario type of game is superb, considering how great this mod is. 1-2-1 on MC. Yo, card supremacy. Card supremacy. Card supremacy. I don't see the ghost file yet, but look at this, guys. Okay, it's a 1-2-1 with the former being what? Wii Mario Circuit. Let's look at the former. A 121.795 by Justin. Oh, he beats Justin? Wait. Yeah, he beats Justin by like 0.0. Here, let me pull up the screenshot. By not even a second. By not even a second. There you go. Justin's a 121.795 and this is a 121.762. Jesus. Nicely done. Nicely done. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. This part is cart cam mid 1-2-1. I can't believe it either. Imagine if we got Evie on this shit. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. But not to get too sidetracked before we go back. I imagine we're gonna get a lot more cart BKTs. Like the cart revolution in Retro Rewind, I feel like it's just begun. We're getting more cart players on Mugi. We're getting more cart BKTs on Mugi. Cart BKTs on the time trials. It's just almost never ending. But this is insane. Hints beats the previous BKT holder Chase by like a whole 2 seconds. Almost a whole 2 seconds. Let's look at this. She somehow take this down to like 120. Summon her ass right now. She was here earlier. I'm really happy that she was here earlier. I was happy to see her. Look, he starts white too. Like, what is this? What is going on here? Oh, wow. Okay, Chase is using the Flame Fire and Hints is using Brutal Wild Wing. Look how ahead he is already. Look how ahead he is already. This is mental. Super tight lines. You just hybrid if ever so. If only for a couple milliseconds. Okay, Chase kind of caught up. I think Chase uses a stream at a different place is what's happening. Chase uses a stream somewhere else. To purple, a shroom into an orange. Holding the drift, a blue, an orange. Gonna trick off this ramp. And then into a purple. Very nicely done. Okay. Okay, kind of off topic, but look at Hints' me on the mini-map. Isn't that adorable? Isn't that adorable? It's almost as if Hints is wearing like red bunny ears. It's so adorable. I believe Chase uses the stream at the end dirt cut. Yes, yes, thank you. And Hints uses it here for some reason. Like, he's not even shortcutting. He's not even going through a shortcut with that mushroom. He's just shrooming in the middle of the road, which makes it all that more impressive. Well, is purple just in this mod? Yes. So the cards, to make it more balanced, as Vanilla Mario Kart Wii was heavily dominated by Funky Flame Runner, cards have purple mini turbos. They have purple mini turbos, and so you'll see that how overpowered it is, as Hints beats the former BKT by a whole 2 seconds, or almost a whole 2 seconds. Fastest lap here being lap 2 with a 37.134, beating lap 3 if ever so slightly. Slowest lap 1. Okay, that was Tour Choco Mountain. Now we're on Tour Peach Circuit. Takumi has this one with a 145.701. The Ghost is a 157, so it heavily beats that. Let's see, where is it? Peach Circuit. It's been a new thing that people have realized, using the mushroom to extend an ultra mini turbo to squeeze out another small mini turbo to extend it further. Is way faster than taking dirt cut. Best example of this is the Shroom Ridge. Wow. Are they supposed to match up to wheelies? They're supposed to match up to wheelies, and they make it more balanced. It's because every track, it depends on the track, because some tracks are more suited to carts and some tracks are more suited to bikes. As we've seen on this BKT watch party, we've seen multiple kart BKTs, we've seen multiple bike BKTs, so it just depends what track you're playing. But yeah, it's supposed to even up to those bikes on wheelies. Excuse me. There's an orange, a blue, snaking a bit there, into a purple. Definitely a purple here. Is this person... Okay, so Takumi is interesting because Takumi is one of the few karters, or actually I think the only karter BKT holder to not use hybrid. So this guy is on manual. He's always on manual. Here's a blue, into an orange, into a purple. Just look at the ghost. Look how far behind the ghost is. That's crazy. Yeah. Absolutely insane. I mean, if he continues, this was like 10 laps, he would have lapped the ghost. A blue into an orange into a purple. A blue into an orange. Readjusting himself on the manual, so he hops instead of a hybrid, which just turns. Really nicely done here by Takumi. Wasn't really paying attention too much to where he was using the streams, but that's okay. There's a large group of cars then that run worldwides under the tag Hyper, which is a group of cars who run Baby Daisy Mini Beast with manual. Maybe Takumi's part of that. I wouldn't be surprised. Look at all these laps. Fastest lap was lap 4, ever so slightly compared to the first 2 laps, but it makes sense because laps 3, 4, 5 is probably where he's using the stream. But that's Takumi with Tour Peach Circuit. That's the BKT. On to the next one, we have Tour Riverside Park. Tour Riverside Park is done by none other than Eclipse. I have the video here. I don't have no ghost file, but here's the video. Yes, Takumi is a part of it. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Here is Tour Riverside Park. Let's see here. I didn't really watch the beginning of this. Let's go back just a bit. Two purples, back-to-back purples. Blue into an orange. A shroom, nicely done. Cuts a lot of time. Into another purple. Blue, orange, purple, blue, orange. Does not trick. Instead opts to just go off the ramp and adjust himself using hybrid. Another purple. Yeah, this track makes a lot of sense for cards. A lot of sense for cards. look at that. It's almost broken, man. Jesus. Yeah. Blue, orange, purple, blue, orange. Again, readjust himself. Like for example, I saw I don't know if it was, I think it was a Super Artist Gamer. He was in the Mogi and we played 3DS Neo Bowser City. And the lead he had by the end of the race was astounding. It was astounding. But this lap here that we're seeing, nothing too different from the first two laps. Really impressive to see. Into the finish line we go. Gets a 124.32. A 124.32. Wait a minute. This is a previous BKT. This is not the BKT. When did he get this? Because on the sheet it says he has a 118.726. A whole 2 seconds faster at that. He got this like 3 days ago. No wonder. Okay, now we have to watch this instead. Okay. A 125 done by me. 458. This one actually has a ghost file, fortunately enough. We don't have to watch this. So Takumi is being out by new BKT holder Eclipse. Eclipse has been on a roll. Eclipse has been on a roll lately. Yeah, a purple, just like Takumi in the video we just saw. Another purple. Orange, okay, here's a cut again. I don't see any new strats. I feel like this is just faster. It's just simply faster. There's the purple. Into another purple once more. I'll try drift really clean. Here's the stream cut once more. He readjusts himself ever so slightly before taking the stream cut. There you go. Again, another purple into an orange, skipping the trick on the ramp. Just mid-air. Lap 3, nothing we haven't seen before. Gonna be super similar to lap 2. I think he barely gets that purple off. I think that was a really impressive purple. Blue, orange, purple, hybrid to turn. Blue, orange, purple. Nicely done. And then finally this orange to finish it off. Look at that, look how broken hybrid was. He just kind of glided towards the... It's almost like gravity was pulling his cart towards the finish line. Wow, a 118. 118.726. Fastest lap being lap 3, but all 3 laps super close in time. And that's Tour Riverside Park. Hopefully no one now speaks to BKT right now, so we don't have to watch that again. Next one is Blue Lake. Blue Lake is a fun one because this one has a shortcut and a non-shortcut. I think the... Blue Lake. I think the shortcut one I have is on video, but the non-shortcut one I have is on the ghost file. So here's Carson with the non-shortcut. Take a sip of water. Clean line so far. I assume the stream cut's gonna be used here. Nice. Oh, hop slot. I didn't know that was a thing. You can hop on that really and get a trick off that. Nice. And you can trick off this, I know for sure. Nice. Wow. That's all hop trickable. That's all hop trickable. This almost reminds me of GB Rainbow Road. Everything's trickable. Here you go with the shroom. Nicely done. Hops on that rail, gets the trick off. Gets a chain drift going. 1, 2, 3 tricks, and then another 2 tricks here on this rail. Once he just kind of speed up and once he realign himself onto the road. Here's some soft drifting. Nicely done. Tight turn. Drift main turbo wheelie. Trick. Stream into the off-road. Onto the railing we go. That's a low trick. That's a pretty low trick. I think that's the lowest trick of compared to the first 2 laps. Oh, that's a lot of tricks. What the fuck? It's just full off like 3 in a row there. Nicely done. Nicely done. It's a 127.987 with the fastest lap being lap 3. Gets a sub 29. A 0.4 differential between lap 3 and 2. Really impressive. Let's go ahead and watch the shortcut now. The shortcut version. This one is on video. Holy shit, we see the shooting star. We see the shooting star. Inside drift shooting star. What is going on here? What is going on here? Look at this. What is this? That's stupid. That's stupid. That might be my strongest. I agree. I feel like that's your strongest BKT. I wholeheartedly agree. But what is this? Why is this on Shooting Star? Is it because... Is it only possible on Shooting Star? Like, why is this BKT on Shooting Star? Isn't this alignment doable on Funky Flame Hunter? Look at this. Wow. Also, the way that for the funky wheelies on this bike is crazy. Only possible on Shooting Star. I see. I see. Wow. This is stupid. Chain wheelie. Chain drift. Just tricks off. And there you go. 114.893 done by BHO. As it uses the fast wheelie glitch, which is shooting star and phantom glitch. I see. Not know that was a thing. Fastest lap here being lap 2. Ever so slightly been in lap 3 by like a 0.1, no? A 0.1-ish? Less than a 0.1-ish. But there's 2 Orbital Lake. Learn new things every day. I was not aware of that Shooting Star Phantom glitch. Onto Tour Sky Garden we go. We have a 127.621 by Takumi. This is one of the few ones where he does give us ghost file. Fast wheelie glitch is a glitch that just lets you drive through out of bounds planes. Ah, I see. Thank you for explaining that to me. And of course, that's only possible with the Shooting Star and or Phantom. X-Chan. Is that Baby Daisy news? Tiger snatched this from me. No, bro, no. I wonder when you got this. Let's see when you got this. He got this late last month on March 25th. Let's see what it sends off with. Looks like a 29.512 lap 1. Okay, a purple there. Bit of snaking there. Doesn't opt to go for a blue boost. Orange over the gorge. Blue, orange, purple. Nice. Blue, orange, purple. Another purple. And then probably streaming through this cut here. There you go. Doesn't trick off that, just goes forward. Makes sense. It's a little trick off that little platform. Blue, orange, purple again. And a blue, orange, purple from here as well. Nice. Really impressive here by Takumi. And then finally shooting through this last off-road section. Again, doesn't trick off that. And then just tricks off that little platform. And there it is. Very, very similar laps 1, 2, and 3. In fact, they're all 2.9s. Fastest lap being lap 2, ever so slightly over lap 1. On to the next BKT, we have Tour Cheap Island by Zapsters. TKS Bum is the B name he uses. I believe this is the track that Zap and Carson were at it for a while, some months ago. But nonetheless, Zap currently has it in this moment in time. See us driving here. Pretty clean driving so far. He changed his wheelie there, if only for a second. Super tight line. So he checks off that, and he's gonna do the shroom cut here. Look at this. That's broken. That's broken. Oh, he did a good chain wheelie there. He only went down to 94 kilometers per hour. Oh, it's a drip. Gonna truck off that. Nicely done. And shroom. Nice. Wheelie. Chain the wheelie again? Oh, he's not gonna chain the wheelie. He's gonna go straight into the drift. Okay. So slight differences there between laps in that segment. But pretty much all of this is pretty similar. Drifting turbo wheelie, and the final shroom to net off. Really impressive by Zappa. 109.661. With the fastest lap being lap 3. Ever so slightly. Almost exactly like lap 2. Only a 0.002 differential. Well done, Zapsters on Tour Cheap Island. Zap did this on Dolphin. Very well done. Next one, we're almost on to the GP tracks. It's almost over, guys. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think 13 tracks to go. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 13 more tracks, then we're done, guys. We would have officially gone through all of them. Let's kind of rush through these because I'm feeling a little bit hungry. Okay, Tour, Sunset Wilds. Freighters does not give us a ghost file ender video. All we have is this, a 138, 202. Look at his times though. Look how close they are. So cool to see when they're this clean. I don't know who the former BKT holder was. It's just the most current one. Of course, the Ghost is only a 149, so that's pretty broken. Let's go ahead and watch this. We're gonna watch me on this. Paris Match just a long time ago. I just haven't beaten him. Yeah, I can imagine. This dude's a legend. 138 is actually mental. But let's give a little tour of the track. I don't have the best driving, guys. Forgive me. I don't have the best driving. So yeah, this is a 140 something, a mid 140, and Freighters was a 138 202. So you can see where the skill gap is. Of course I'm on manual. I did not know, and my chain wheelie is terrible there. I go down to like 83 kilometers per hour. I hold my drift. I don't even chain my drift. There's a check. Use the boost panel, the ramp for boost, and then hold the drift for an additional boost. Guys, don't look at this. Close your eyes. How do you get a truck there? But it's the fastest ghost I have on file, so we do with what we have. Oh, what am I doing there? I don't know. Excuse me, shy guy. I hold my drift once more. Into the final segment of the racetrack we go. Might actually try karting this. Seems kart viable. I agree. This definitely looks like a kart. Can maybe snake a bit here? I don't know, because the track is so wide. You can definitely snake a bit here. Pull off some E-turbos. And that's a 147 with the BKT being the 138 202 done by Freighters. And that is Tour Sunset Wilds. On to the next one, we have Tour Snowland. This one has a shortcut and non-shortcut version because of a cool. It used to be non-shortcut, but someone found something and then it became this big thing. again, so we're not going to show the non-shortcut version because Abby did not upload a ghost file and or video. So here is the non-shortcut version of 112.935 done here on Funky Flame Runner. Fastest lap being a 24.186 lap 3. Less than a 0.1 differential between lap 2 and 3. Really, really impressive by Abby. But here's the shortcut one. We'll go ahead and play this. 106.209 by G. Toadette Magic Cruiser, guys. Let's see how broken this is. You literally just drive into the off-road, hit a key tap point, and have the lap count. Uh-huh. Yeah, that makes sense. I found it, but then turns out Epic found it a month earlier, but didn't share it with anyone. I wonder why. I wonder why. Look at that. That's so broken. And it's gonna go backwards and then go forward again to hit the starting checkpoint of the lap of lap 2 in this instance. And again, it's gonna go all the way around. This is so stupid. But it's BKT, guys. It's BKT. Look at this. This is so dumb. She just will not give me any breathing room to keep BKT on this category. I agree. There you go. That's the BKT ending it on the off-road. Look, where's Toadette going, bro? Where's Toadette going? Fastest lap here being lap 2. Barely outlining lap 3. Just airshot barely. Less than 0.01 of a second. There is a Tour Snowland. Next one we have Tour Lakeside Park. Finally, we have another Dunks one. What is it? Why do I have Fatal here? What the fuck? TP is so lost. Exactly. Exactly. This Dunks gimme. Dunks is not gimme, bro. I love how they just die if they're stuck for too long, too. Yeah. Yeah, they just have a BKT respawn them. Here's Dunks. Here's a BKT for Dunks. Another one that doesn't give us any ghost files and or videos, unfortunately. But here's the BKT 119, 122. I don't really have anything else. We can, you know what? We can look at the shoeless one. Do we have a shoeless one? I don't have the shoeless one. I have a shoeless BKT on cart done by Ara. It seems like Nintendo had them get stuck at some point and add that as a precaution. Yes, that's exactly what their thought process must have been. Let's see here. We're on Mario Beach. I have a 124. 1 minute to 404. And then I'll just transfer this over. Here it is, a 127307 by Ara. This is the first time seeing Ara on this. You're on GP Mario Beach. Thank you. Shroomless. Okay, Mpex is a 120 and Dunks is a 119. So honestly, we could watch Mpex's Ghost Staff file and be like, well, that's pretty impressive. Well, you were. Thank you. Thank you. So this is a really, really strong ghost. Mpex's and Troy's ghosts are super, super strong. Look at this. It's gonna spin drift. Yeah, spin drifting there's the fastest way you can do the cut, but I don't spin drift. Onto lap 2 we go. It was a 27 something lap 1. Some really clean driving here by Apex. I mean, you can pretty much say this is a runner up to the BKT. Nicely done. This ghost has been up for quite a while now. This ghost is stupidly hard. Yep. Yep, this one and 3DS DK Jungle are pretty hard. I mean, Dunks barely beats this by like a second. Less than a second, I think. 123.32 with Dunks just being a 119.122, so just by a second, just a bit over a second, Dunks beats this. Super impressive nonetheless. Let's go ahead and look at the Shroomless BKT on our cart. I don't know if this is, I think this is inside drift. This might be inside drift. No, it's outside. Okay. Purple, orange, purple. Nice. It's another purple. Yeah, yeah. I mean, for cards, they have to shoot on the cut, right? Or... oh, they don't have to. No, they don't. Where are they gonna start using the shrooms? Oh no, it's Shroomless. I'm sorry, it's Shroomless. Wow. There's an orange into a purple. Nicely done. Blue, orange, purple. Here you go with that Shroomless cut on cart. Really impressive to see. Blue, orange, purple. And then a blue, orange. Yep. So blue, orange, purple. Some pretty clean lots on this. For the longest time, I thought Tart needed to stream to make cut. Who knew a simple drift off the ramp makes it 10 times easier? Yep. 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 Wow, look at that. 127.307. Fastest lap here being lap 2. We can compare it to laps 2 and 3 equally since none of them use shrooms and neither of those have the startup of lap 1. Really well done by Ara here. Impressive on cart. Now the tour tracks are officially over, guys. We're now at the very thick of it, the very end of it. We're on GP and beta tracks now. First one is Mario Beach. Of course, this has to be a spear track. 123992 done by Eclipse. Let's go ahead and watch this. You're gonna see a lot of chain wheelies, lots and lots of chain wheelies. Look how he's readjusting. That's so weird. Drops down to like 130 something. That's pretty much a perfect chain. He only went down to like 143. Okay. Okay. He didn't go for a chain wheelie there. He just opted to readjust himself to the turn. Is he gonna chain drift here? No, he just holds it. Okay. Let's see these chain wheelies again. A 138 looks like, and then a 137. And then just goes for the drift again. Okay, those chain wheelies are pretty much it. I mean, they're pretty much the name of the game on this track. Readjust himself, doesn't need an opti drift. Nicely done. Just gonna hold this. Me turbo wheelie, nice. 147, 145. That's a near perfect chain. A high 139, a high 130. Well done. Here, drift, me turbo wheelie. Just gonna readjust himself here. Nice. Here he goes again. Yo, what's up, yo? We're doing the very end of these BKTs. So I started this a bit earlier than usual. Because I think today was gonna be the longest, the most BKTs covered out of the past 3 days, including today. There it is. There's a BKT for Mario Beach, fastest lap being lap 3, ever so slightly over lap 2. Yeah, it really just comes down to those chain wheelies. That is again done by Eclipse, and he does all his BKTs on whatchamacallit, On Dolphin. All right, it's time for a pre-break, and when I come back, we have only 2 more cups to go, and then that'll be the end of it, the end of the BKT watch party. I feel like I've talked for a very, very long time. I feel like I might lose my voice, but anyways, pre-break. Hello everyone, thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being patient with me. Banana in Ruins, this is done by Carson with a 135616. Holy shit, that's not the one. 135316. Is this a former BKT? Is that what I'm looking at here? Let's see. Player, I don't know who that is. Yep, Carson got this done yesterday at 6:50 in the morning, Jesus. He states lap 1 is literally perfection. Wow. Oh wait, I think this is streamless. No, it's not. It's not streamless. Wow, he beats the former BKT by that much. A 137.695 by Shubs, and Carson just beats it by like almost a whole 2 seconds. Jesus. Okay, let me import this. So we'll have the 2 go side by side once we watch it. 137.695. And then just drag and drop. Very nice. There it is! Oh my god, a whole 2 seconds. Pretty much a whole 2 seconds. No, not yet. Select goes, and replay. Pause this. What even happened in the beginning there? How does he have such a lead now? What the fuck? What was that? You hop over the ramp in the very beginning. You hop over this little ledge in the very beginning. This is amazing. Look how far ahead he is. That's actually crazy. And with hybrid, you didn't need a drift. You just adjust yourself in the wheelie there. The turns aren't that tight. Holy shit. Look how far ahead he is already of the BKT, of the former BKT. This is mental. This is actually mental. Look how ahead he is. It's actually stupid. Doesn't check off the stairs there. It makes sense. Maybe too wide for the spear. Drift there, drift, trick there, trick there. Here comes the wheelie chains. Oh, no wheelie chains, goes to the shroom. Over the little water puddle. Holds the drift. Holds the drift into the wheelie. Nice. Nah, that one was crazy. Well, that one definitely gave him that comfortable lead. Getting no tricking off that, just hopping off the stairs. Tricking here though, and tricking here. Wow. Wow, absolutely decimated. Holding it into the wheelie. Nicely done though. Nicely done. I was gonna take this down further, but my lap one was literally perfect, so it's demotivating to race against. I agree. I agree. The lap one is literally perfect. Like the hop over this. The adjustments here. I mean, you're maintaining pretty much top speed. The chain wheelie is also perfect. Don't trick off that. Super tight turn here by you. You even get a drift mini turbo wheelie off that. Yeah, that's actually mental. It's actually mental. Here we go into the Snow Panic. This is also done by Carson. We're back into the Carson show. A lot of these BKTs are done by Carson. A 150-920 on Snow Panic. For this, we have Takumi on Dry Bones Mini Boost. Nice. Oh wow, chain drifting with the spear there. I guess it's wide enough. Trick, nice. Holding it. And then you use the stream there. That makes a lot of sense. Earnest for a couple days and ended up being the old cheated time that was submitted here. Nice. It makes it that much more satisfying when you know the one you beat is a cheater. A missed chain wheelie there. The start of lap 2. That's straight away. Good chain wheelie, I think. Here you go. Went down to 85. Here, goes out to 85 again. One more. Yeah, it just shows chain wheelies. Everything else is perfect. Check off this. Start drifting, align yourself, and then shroom. Nice. Goes down to 86-ish. Try to drift super wide into tight, and then just a straight away from here. Very nicely done. That is a 150-920 by Carson. Fastest lap here being lap 2. Ever so slightly over lap 1, less than 0.1 of a second difference. On to the next one, we have Takumi on GP Bowser's Castle. Do I have this ghost? I do! Wow! 156275. This is the last cart. No, there's one more cart. There's one more cart, BKT. All my motion binds are set to one button, so sometimes the wheelies just don't work. Motion binds to one button. That's unfortunate. There's a purple, blue, orange into another purple. Nice. Blue, orange into another orange. Okay, 2 oranges instead of selling for one purple. Uses a shroom there. track is just insane how this track is insane how this is the car. Yep. You wouldn't think so. I mean, that's a huge straightaway that we're looking at right now. But these U-turns, it's really what makes it a kart track. I mean, also the track is super wide. I always thought kart was unviable because of the straightaway. Yep. There's a purple. And then we're gonna get 2 oranges again. Not 1 purple, but 2 oranges. Readjust himself with hybrid, then goes for the orange. Shroom into the orange. But Evie just making kart viable as always. I agree. I think Evie has a lot of potential to break a lot of these BKTs in the future. Maybe do like a yearly update to these. Blue, orange, nicely done. We're gonna get a purple here more than likely. There you go. It's another purple and then a double oranges with the shroom. Really impressive here by Takumi. Shroom, orange, nice. And this final turn. There it is, a 156.275. Fastest lap here being lap 3, ever so slightly over lap 2. Really impressive. That's a kart BKT. Next one, GP Castle Wall, done by none other than Ramses. Let's see if I have it here. A 210, 409. I mean, really just solid track. This is just the same track, but just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Of course, this has a straightaway. Or what seems like a straightaway, at least on the mini HUD. The map over. Chain drifts there. Really clean drifting. Hop trick. It's a low trick. Really readjust himself. Drift. Tricks off flat. Can you trick? Oh, you can hop trick off that. What in the world? I did not know that. That chain is almost perfect too. He only went down to like 95. What else? Yeah, stream is used here. A bit of a jank stream usage to be honest, but I suppose you can't really use it anywhere else. I suppose that's the most optimal place to use it. Again, we're gonna see 2 changes. 1, 2, and a third going the opposite direction. You're gonna hop trick here more than likely. Oh, he misses a hop trick. He's gonna hop trick here though. I wonder how many times he can trick there. I think he can like pull 2 of those off, no? I think this is definitely improvable upon. Here's the stream again. Ooh, he readjusted himself there. Definitely lost a little bit of time. Chain drift into the last one. Nice. Hop trick. Wow, no hop trick there. I guess he's doing that intentionally. I mean, he hop trick lap 1. He hop trick lap 1. It's better to space out those hop tricks rather than spam hop tricks. Certain concept applies to DS Rainbow Road. Understood. Because then you get to wheelie at a way faster speed. At least that's my thinking here. Here's the last final usage of the shroom. Into the wheelie, going full speed. The last turn. Really clean run by Ramses here. This is his second BKT overall. His first one was GBA Sky Garden. This is the second one. So he holds 2 current BKTs. Best lap was lap 3 here, beating out lap 2 by almost 0.2 milliseconds. So I think that's definitely improvable upon. Yeah, exactly. That was GP. That's the end of GP's, boys. We're on to the very final cup. Here's Carson, the last card BKT with a 117.793 here on Beta DP1. This is the most broken track ever. Is this allowed? I don't even know if this is allowed in Nogi. Because this is really broken. This track is broken. Like, yeah, there's a lot of circle tracks out there. We have Baby Park. We have a bunch of SNES donut planes. Okay, this is inside joke. LMAO. But this is the most broken one of them all because there's just so much off-road to cut through. So much off-road to cut through. Here we go. What? No, it's on outside. Huh? Huh? What am I watching? Why is it desync? No! This is like our very first glitched, ghost file, it might be. I mean, I can import it again. It's no issue. Let's try to watch it one more time. 117.793. 117.793 on the BKT sheet. Okay. Let's see. No! No! Okay. Okay, look. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna fix itself here. Yeah, we're good. No, we're not good, bro. Where is he going? Let me delete the ghost file and import it again. Must have some weird input error during recording that the game didn't account for. Great guess. Honestly, the most, the biggest possible reason. The best possible reason. Let me go ahead and delete the ghost file. 117 minute 17.793. Open file location, delete this, and I'll go ahead and there it is. It's not there anymore. Let's go ahead and try to download this. Let me pull it up on my game. You're free to do so. You're free to record it. See if it's still broken. If it's recordable, then please do, and then we can just watch it on video instead. You see outside, there's a 200 one. There's another 200 one. I thought I hit a wiggler, but I actually barely missed it. Very nice. Very clean driving. It must have been by pixels that you missed the wiggler. By mere pixels. Causing the ghost to be desync. Ah, okay, understood. Makes sense. It's broken on my end too. No! This is the first broken BKT, bro. The very first broken BKT. Here it is again. I'm gonna go forward and back. I don't know what we can do. I have no idea what we can do. Boom, 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. Just go get the BKT again. Just go get. I'm sorry, yeah, that's so unfortunate. That really sucks. I mean, it looks so good too. Like here, you're having some pretty tight lines. Getting the purple out. No, there's a desync. No, ram into the wall. Time to wipe it from the sheet. No! Oh man, that sucks. I'm so sorry. But at least we know that this is a card track. This is definitely a card track. There's no ghosts on this either. So the only actual playable one is this funky one that I set for this. But yeah, this track has some insanely difficult ultimate teams to time. Oh, I'm on outside drift. I lied then. The Dry Bones Mini Beast from Takumi on GP Bowser's Castle was the last actual, the very last actual card BKT, or at least not desynced one. You know what? Let's set a time right now. Even though it's gonna be really bad. Even though it's gonna be really terrible. Alright, it's Koopa Trooper, right? Here we go. I never do this. I never play on cart, guys. I never play on cart. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's try to copy what Carlson did, at least for the beginning. Okay, I'm holding it. He went wide. Wait, I'm on manual. I'm on manual. I'm not on hybrid on this, bro. I'm snaking. I'm snaking. Hold on, I'm kind of cooking. Hold on, I'm kind of cooking. Let me get the purple. Oh, this is kind of fun and great. Oh, I wanted to get an orange there. What? Purple. Nice. I haven't hit the off-road yet. I'm so proud of myself. This is literally just a circle. Oh shit. Fuck. No. I was doing so well. Well, let's recover. Let's recover. You're watching the BKT in real time. There's literally no BKT for this, so. Look at this. Purple. The mushroom into a purple. Let's go, boys. Oh, I hit some off-road there. That's okay. I still have one shroom. Damn, that purple lasts a lifetime. Oh no, I messed up there. I messed up there, but I hit the finish line. There you go. There you go. Oh, I didn't even see my fastest lap. But let's compare this to Carson what we just did. A 133 compared to a 117. Oh, so unfortunate. So unfortunate. That's the current BKT, by the way. Alright, on to Beta Delfino Square. The last three BKTs of the day. This is done by with the 210 something. He just got this recently by seeing I don't have it on here. He got this April 2nd, so just about what, 4 days ago. Good job by Let's go ahead and import this. What did I get on this? 245, 245. Two, 4, 5, 302. Open that location and then transfer this over. Nice, I should have it now. There it is. Let's watch this. This time won't be up for long, unfortunately, but it's a very solid run. Yeah, it seems like a very solid one. I mean, it's the first ever submission for this track, so. Good delay. Good delay of the wheelie there. It's a good chain wheelie as well. He only went down to like 89. Continues the wheelie there. Is he gonna go for the dot cut? No. Streamless dot cut. To get chain wheelie as well. Tricks off that. He's gonna go for the fence cut. There it is. An immediate shroom as soon as he makes it. Oh, he's adjusting himself. That's a bit weird. He's kind of just like drifting left and right for a little bit. Oh, those are not the tightest of turns. But yeah, this is I agree, this is a very solid run. I mean, I definitely couldn't do this. And if I did do this, it'd be a bit slower. Not the best chain wheelie there, went down to like 85. There's a trick, into the fence cut, immediate shroom. A TV does the same thing, just like drifts left and right. Yeah, he does. Really clean though. Really clean. Nicely done. He's really good at soft drifting. He goes for the mud cut this time. You kind of do some snaking thing, allows you to charge an NT to get back into the track at full speed. Ah. Yep, he goes up here to skip the off-road. Makes sense. A 210, 140, fastest lap being lap 3, but that's just because of the mud cut. Really impressive run by here, pretty clean lines. On to the second to last BKT. Back onto the Carson show, we have Beta Dokkan course, 155.364 on the spear. We have a spear and then we have a final flame runner. A spear and a final flame runner. Hop wheelie, yep, cancel it out, yeah, just reset the back to full speed, makes sense. Drift, mini turbo wheelie, drift, mini turbo wheelie. Next one is outside drift, by the way, thank you, thank you. Ops do not go for the first beast panel, goes for the third, ops not goes for the second beast panel, goes for the third and fourth. What is this? Holy shit, what is that? I've never seen that. I've never seen that. That is dumb. A low trick there, really impressive. Hop cancel wheelie, maintains full speed, resets the wheelie timing. Drift, mini turbo wheelie, drift, mini turbo wheelie. Again, it's gonna skip the second beast panel, just gonna go on the straightaway and wheelie here. 1, 2, trick, nice. Here he goes again for that. This weird shroom cut. Is this spear only? Like, I'm almost tempted to try this out in the flame runner. I mean, it's definitely faster than going for the pipe. It's definitely faster than going for the pipe. Once it's done, we're gonna see something really similar compared to laps 1 and 2. Wait, what is this? Wait, this is Carson. Yeah. This was posted 2/27/25, so February 27th. So not too long ago, but also not too recent. Wow. Really nicely done. Really nicely done. Fastest lap here is lap 2 with a 3.8387. Barely outlining lap 3. Very nice. Last BKT of the watch parties, guys. We're here. We're finally here. It is Nokonoko Beach on outside drift. The final flame runner outside drift. We had 2 flame runner outside drifts in total. Run's kind of messy, but that track feels jank. Really jank on spear. I mean, it feels jank on flame runner too. So I imagine it's definitely extra jank on spear. Oh, I mean, yeah, this doesn't really matter. And see a 131949 by Carson. This is the final BKT, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for all the new followers today. Really do appreciate. This still looks so funny. This looks so funny, dude. Okay, it's a boost panel. I'm not gonna trick, right? Shoom there. Wow. What is that, dude? Why you angle yourself on that sideways as you're releasing your blue MT? Wow. Blue into an orange. Another orange? No, up to wheelie. And the shim here again. Nice. Into the orange combo. A blue and another blue. And you kind of hop onto the ramp sideways. This is really entertaining to watch. The outside drift funky flame runner. It's because of the momentum. It's yeah, Zabula brought to my attention you could do that because Shuma's an outside drift like. No, Zapala. I don't see much of Zapala these days. There's a Shroom. There's orange. Blue into another blue. Wow. It's just the physics, the momentum thing. Just a similar scenario as GBA Rainbow Road. Yeah. With the Daisy Mock on that BKT. Really nice. 131.949. Let's see what the fastest lap was. It was lap 2 by less than by just over 0.1 of a millisecond compared to lap 3, and about 0.2 faster than lap 1. That is again done by Carson. That was the second funky flame runner outside drift that we've seen, and that's it, guys. That's everything. That's officially everything. I'm sure I've missed like 2 or 3 BKTs along these past days because you know these get updated on a daily basis. But it's been a pleasure, guys. We've officially gone through all the tracks. It's over. 200cc next, CT's next, eventually, sooner or later. We had some hiccups on the way. We missed some ghost files and videos, but we had some proof, enough proof to show that it was the actual BKT. Thank you guys for being here with me. I really do appreciate it. Let's see who's on. Truckerson's on. Dino Hack's on. Playing Pokemon. Roshkins is on. Oh, he's doing some KOs. Frix is on. It's on. Is Rushkins doing... Does he have a mic on? Oh, he doesn't have a mic on. But he's doing KOs, so that's cool to see. Let's see, wait, does Frix have the cam on? Okay, he's 25 minutes in. Oh, let's go ahead and raid our friend Frix here. Yeah, a bunch. So yeah, a bunch you've watched have been updated again. Yep. Hey, that is only so much I can do. Like if I started this a weekend from now, then it would be like, well, I would have missed like the ones from the day before still. So you just can't, bro. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Here's Frix. He is playing tier 1 Mogi, but Freakst. Playing tier 1 Mogi, and he has a hand cam on, and he plays on a G-Shan controller, and he drives with his index. So, I mean, halfway through the stream, a cart revolution started on Wii Mario Circuit. Exactly. Exactly, and we at least show the screenshot. Alright guys, hopefully I'm spelling this right. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching, and take care. Have a lovely day. Thank you.